Cool.
Cool. Oh, um,
We are now live. Peace to everybody that is going to join us for the Messiah's bookshelf. Shout out to the movement. Shout out to you. Peace to my queen and co-host Thea the Goddess Lamel. How you feeling?
I'm
What's
feeling
up?
great.
You feeling great? That's what's
Yeah, I'm
up.
feeling great.
Let me set this. Let me set this video up. Let me do the introduction,
Okay.
and we'll get this thing popping. Shout out to the movement 747 24/7 361 degrees. Peace to everybody that's gonna come in the building. The square, you see a word that says the map. I want you to consider that square to also be an I as well. All right. Peace to the movement. Peace to the movement.
Overstand and solar stand that. Since y'all know that, I'm going to give you and lace you up with weapons.
We in here. Share the video. Share the video. Let's get this algorithm popping.
How many weapons does the Messiah have?
Hey, how you doing? How you
I'm
doing,
feeling
my queen?
great.
I'm happy to be home. I'm gonna say that
I'm happy you are
for,
home.
oh my goodness. As you know, for anybody that has been following the adventures of Lazarus, I I just went on a trip to to the East Coast to the Delaware as well as New York and Baltimore.
Once more. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I spent a week with my children, my grown children, as well as my young children, and my family,
And your
my cousins,
grandchildren.
and my grandchildren.
Yes.
Yeah, so I'm feeling like a G right now. Keep it real. How you feeling? How was your week?
Mine?
Yeah. I
Well,
mean, we gonna treat it. We gonna
I
treat this
mean,
like
I
how
didn't
it is
have,
because
I did,
yeah,
well, I didn't have as much of a venture as you did, but my week was great. I mean, I got to join in, via video, but I got to see the grandchildren, the sons, the
man,
babies,
you ain't
the
telling them the real story.
barbecue.
You ain't telling them the real story. When I was going, why
What?
Chico the dog? Tell him, man,
Troubadour.
Chico the no, Chico the dog try to hop in the bed.
Oh yeah, he did that too.
Remember you told me
Yeah,
that?
yeah. He
Man, what the
actually
hell
he
is
did
wrong with
hop in the
her?
bed. Yeah, he did. He
Yo,
hopped in the bed.
the
Yeah.
dog
So yeah, normally we don't allow him in the room, especially not
don't
on the bed.
even allow him.
In the room, but I was being nice because Daddy was away, and I was being nice.
His ass
I
gonna
was
come up
being
on the
nice.
bed.
I was gonna let him in the room, and for
He
him to just
thought
lay
it
on the
was
floor.
really sweet.
Well, the thing is, he was laying on the floor. I would look over, see him laying on the floor by the bathroom door, and I'm like, okay, cool. He's chilling. He's
Uh,
relaxing. We doing our thing. Having some little time together. Now, mind you, Chico spends most of his time with Lazarus. He follows him around. So this is our little time together. So I'm like, cool. He's chilling in the bedroom with me. And then around 5 o'clock in the morning, I wake up, I feel something, I wake up. Now I know I went to bed by myself. There was no one else in the bed. I'll wake up to a body. Next to me in the bed is the dog, and my dog is big. He's big. So
no,
I
I
wake up
got
like, what?
problems with Chico now. Me and that dog got problems. What do you think this is?
I was like, Chico,
What
get
the
out the
heck?
bed. What are you
What the
doing?
hell he
Get
think
out.
this is?
Yeah. He's like,
Oh
oh yeah,
man,
the man in
look.
the house is gone now. I'm about to take over this spot.
Oh man, he got it totally wrong. He got it totally wrong.
I'm
Yo,
telling
look.
you.
I'm gonna tell you, I miss you while I was gone. I missed you.
Thank you.
You know,
Thank you. I miss you.
um, it's not easy stepping away. From a good situation, considering the fact that you know, we work, we grind. Me and you. I'm just talking about me and you. We
Yeah.
grind. Everything is really important to us. The movement, the culture, the preservation of everything that we work for. So just stepping away from that for a week, it felt like I was stepping away for 7,000 years. Each day
Wow.
was 1,000 years.
Wow.
Keep it real, and leaving you to handle the situation here and handle a lot of other things that's going on. So I want to give you your flowers. I mean,
Oh, thank you, my love.
real
Thank you.
talk. And then I did my best to broadcast at 7 o'clock last week, but I couldn't do it because, it was like we have the barbecue. I'm far away from home. And it was like, you know, home is where your
Yeah.
heart is, you know? But
Yeah.
enough of that. I just wanted to just
Recap
share
last.
how,
Yeah.
yeah, recap, and also share how I really feel about the situation.
Okay.
You know, we're on this 90-day water fast and cleansing.
Yes.
Originally, we started this up as a report, as a accountability, right? Am I,
Mm-hmm.
my,
That's correct.
yeah, and I'm gonna say this: day 81, day 81. I
Day
want to
81.
give you a congratulations. You've
Yes. Come
been
on, guys. Pat yourself. There you go. Day
even if you did it
81.
one day, I still love you. But I'm gonna keep it
Mm-hmm.
real. We've been doing this 90-day water fast and cleansing for 81 days. Now we're going to do the mathematics on this. 9 times 9 equals what?
81.
Okay.
Eight.
How many?
Yeah.
What is 8 plus 1?
9.
How many days we got left of the cleansing?
9.
So that's 9 to the ninth power of 9.
Yes. Yes.
Shout out to Queen Kenya. We love you, Sister Oshun. Hey, what's up?
Hey.
Shout out to Delaware in the building, as well as the All Stars. You know you are a Messiah Code All Star. All right? But like I said, this journey, man, it's been a journey.
Mm-hmm.
And every day has been a learning experience. Let me keep it real. And I've been doing my best to share the archetype of numbers, what each day represents, because each day is significant of its own self. Each day has an original marker in your mind to give you an impression on life, on how to guide yourself or go move forward to the next step.
Yeah, that's
We
true.
love you, yo, and we definitely are praying for your happiness. Let me keep it real.
Oh yeah, definitely. I see
Queen
you over there.
Kenya, I don't know if you still here listening, but we want to say we praying for your happiness. We know we follow your journey. We see everything that's going on. We see everything that's going on. We watching everything that you share. Put it that way. Because you're a part of our family now. And we're praying for your happiness. And we want you to solidify your plans and what you got going on. All
Mm-hmm.
right? But I'm going to tell you, don't give up on the water fast for anybody. Like, the toughest thing about this is if you fall off and getting back on. If you fall off and you getting back on. Yo, I'm going to tell
You
you
got nine
something.
more days.
You got
We still
9
got
more
more days.
days.
Yes.
Go hop your ass back on it, Queen Kenya. We love you. We like family. We gonna tell you how it is too. Yeah, we
Got
love
9 more
you.
days.
We
We
mushy
still in it.
mushy and all of that. But we family. We gonna kick your ass too. I'm gonna keep it real. I
We
don't care
still
how
in it.
many people watching. You know what I mean? Because we care about you, and caring about you is not trying to have sex with you or having sex with you or in a relationship. Caring about a person is caring about their well-being and respecting their choices in life.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And one of the things that you have to lead by example. And one of the things that we care about is your health, sis. Let me keep it real. If you look in this book, you got the book, the 90-day water fast and cleansing. It ain't nothing new to this. Yeah, if he told you to get back on it, that means he care about you. Because one thing that you realize if you read your book, sis, yo man, it's a character in this book. I didn't give her a name. You know why I didn't give her a name? She's in this book, right? She's
Mm.
at the beginning of the book. Look, is she not in the beginning of the book? The
Oh
woman.
yeah.
The
Yeah.
woman is
That's
in the
true.
beginning of the book, but the woman is also in the ending of the book as well, right? This
Yep.
same woman. And I told y'all, I said, man, that represents transformation. But look at this. This same woman I talk about in this book, right? Y'all see that?
Mm-hmm.
I talk about this same woman in this book. Now, one thing that this woman encountered in the book, she encountered a situation where her mate wasn't being so supportive. Remember that? Y'all read the
Yeah.
book, right?
Mm-hmm.
Y'all read the book. Okay. Remember this, Queen Kenya? You read the book? Yes or no? Because if you read the book, it's a portion where her mate wasn't being so supportive about her doing the cleansing or about her making a choice to do something healthy for herself. You get what I'm saying? So if if a person telling you to get back on it, you said I didn't make 90 days, but I'm gonna
They
get
don't
back on
make
it
some. That's what
tomorrow.
I'm
I
talking
promise.
about. Yes.
Well,
Yes, that's what I'm
hallelujah,
talking about. Yep.
hallelujah. We going to take you back to church. All right, we're gonna take you back to church. Like, get your stripes. You gotta realize who you working for, sis. You're not working for us. You working for yourself. I read most of the book.
The book. Okay.
Read the whole book because it's easy to read this book. You know, I remember I told y'all, I said, man, this book, you can read it day by day. It's designed for you to read it day by day.
I know that's right.
You got to watch that.
He
If
said-
he supports everything you do, hell no.
There's
You
nothing
better
wrong
watch
with
that one.
That's good.
My
That's
queen
good.
gonna say it's good. No,
That's
you better
good.
watch that. If he supports everything you do, you better watch it. You be like, oh babe, I'm about to jump off of a cliff. He be like,
Healthy
oh well,
things,
go
Lazarus.
ahead,
You funny.
go ahead, go jump your ass off a cliff. Oh, it's all good.
He said he going with her. That's what I'm talking about. He gonna cushion the blow.
I'll
That's
be
all.
waiting for
He
you
gonna
right
go with
here.
her. He's gonna go
After
with her
you
and
jump
cushion the
off
blow.
the cliff, baby, I love you. After you jump off the cliff, I'll be waiting for you right here. Forget.
You funny. You funny. You funny.
So my fiance supports everything I do. Well, shit. We about to get on this crazy ass roller coaster. You can go ahead by yourself, honey. I'll be sitting right here waiting for your ass to come down from all of that.
You crazy. You crazy.
Nah, don't mess with. I'm BB Lamel, big brother or baby brother, however you want it, sis. We in here. Who else is in here? Share the video. Get the algorithm popping. Come on. Stop being so stingy. It ain't gonna hurt you. It's for free. Like, share the video. And then if you got a problem with doing what people say, I'm gonna say, don't share the video.
Don't share the video.
Yo, if you really don't like me, don't share the video. I dare you. I dare you. Don't share the video then. Well, fuck. I'm about, forget Lazarus. I'm about to share this video now.
Anyway.
Matter of fact, I'm about to share it 5 times. Just because he said not to.
Not to.
I need those type of rebellious people right now. What's Yo, man, what's up, man? This is a real life situation, man. This is a real life conversation. I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. Like, y'all been getting too much knowledge. Yo, I just shared that joint in 6 groups.
That's what I'm talking about.
You know what? You just shared it in 6 groups. You are an official Messiah Code All-Star. Shout out to you, sis. You know what it's about. You definitely know what it's about. Get this algorithm popping.
I think my sister's in here. I think my sister.
Yo, I want Kenya on this show, right? And when I put her on the show, I'ma just run her TikToks back and forth, all the crazy weird stuff she do. I'ma just run like a reel of like 50 of her videos.
Man, I just watched one of them. That one about I keep forgetting. That was so funny.
Yo, she
it is so
bugging.
real.
She bugging.
You walk into a room,
I be
be
like,
man,
she
what
be
was
high.
What did I even come into this room for?
She gotta be smoking some of that good wee.
I be like, that is so true. I was watching, I was
if
cracking
she ain't
up
smoking
so
that ooh wee past 421.
I be like, hold up.
Past 421. She said, I've been.
That's what I'm talking about.
Come on, I've been. You already know what it is. Shout out to all the all-stars. But yeah, man, I feel as though we should have healthy conversations. We should talk about knowledge.
Indigo.
And
Indigo.
I didn't say this in a long time. Let me do it. For the people, drum roll, please. Drum roll, please. We got a Messiah Cole All-Star in the house. It is Shout out to Jamila. Messiah Cole All-Star.
Yes, ladies, we are day 81.
Yeah, man. I'm feeling good. Share the video if you don't like me. Matter of fact, don't share the video at all. If you in here, if you one of those real ones, don't share the video at all.
Mm.
I'm not doing reverse psychology on y'all. But don't share the video.
Mm-mm.
Don't like the video at all. Don't even put a thumbs up. It's not worth it. It's gonna cost you some shit. It's gonna cost y'all ass some shit. You know, people don't want to do some stuff, do things when it costs them. Nah, this shit might cost me a couple dollars. This shit. Sharing a video ain't gonna cost you a couple dollars. Shout out to Indigo. You keep on
I
changing
know.
your name.
I
Yo,
know.
sis, I
I'm gonna
can't
go with
keep
that
up with
now.
this shit. I can't keep up with this shit, but you are official Messiah Code. Yo.
What your name is. No matter what you calling yourself at this moment, you're an official.
We supporting you.
Psycho. Yes.
Yo, I shared the video. She said I shared the video.
Yes.
Shout out to all the
queen.
all-stars. You know what it is.
I know.
Yo, man, I'm loving the journey. Look, if you ain't on this water fast and cleansing, make sure you get your ass on it. Like,
We got
to
9
be
days
honest,
left. I know you can do
you
9
got
days.
9 days. How about
9
this?
days.
9 days, and it's a
That's
bet.
it. Not even 10.
It's a bet.
9.
It's a bet. 9 days. 9 days. Get on the water cleanse for 9 days. It's a
9 days.
bet. How about that?
9 days out of the 9. You got
See,
it.
you know, niggas be talking all that smack, right? And we still rocking out. They done did Ramadan. They Allahu Akbar. You know, Subhana wa ta'ala to all the Muslims. I love y'all. But we still on this cleansing. 90 days strong. 81. All right? And I'm going to say this, man. If you ain't on it, do it for yourself. You'll have your skin looking so gorgeous. I mean, everything will start shining up. You'll start looking like the champ again. Because I feel like the champ again. I ain't gonna hold you. And if you do any review, anybody will tell you that sugar is bad for you. The main thing that we did in this cleansing is stop sugar. And then a lot of y'all said, well, I'm gonna stop eating sugar. Well, I'm gonna eat caffeine then. And then y'all realize that caffeine is not in the diet as well. It's not in the cleanse, so you can't just be jacked up.
I know.
You know what I'm saying? So, yo, this has been a hell of an experience. And let me break down the knowledge. Y'all want me to break down the knowledge real quick?
Oh, yeah.
Listen, hear me out. When you deal with the Messiah Code, when you study the Messiah Code, you're dealing with the archetype of numbers. All right? Now, we're talking about the journey of the Messiah. Now, the Messiah is taking a journey within himself or within herself. You feel me? Just like you taking a journey within yourself. At the number 80, right? What do we got? At the number 80, what do we got? We have a compass. It's an octagon, right? But the octagon is where gladiators fight. I want you to consider yourself to be a gladiator in this fight for happiness, in this fight for abundance, in this fight for peace. I want you to consider yourself to be a gladiator. All right? And within this fight, the number 8, it gives you direction on all sides, on all corners. You can go to any corner and fight your way out of it. Because you know the direction that each corner leads you. See, today is the day of the destiny knower. Because the number 8, if it gives you direction, the number 1 represents harukment or movement, or how you move. But it also represents knowledge, which is the foundation of all things, a clear and certain perception of information learned by one's ability of looking, listening, and observing. This is all in your lessons. Master your lessons. That's it. If you master your lessons, let me tell you something. You'll master yourself.
Wow.
Each degree, each number, each position represents a position that you take within yourself to know yourself. That's what the Messiah Code is all about. At the number 80, you got each direction: northeast, southeast, southwest, northwest. You have all these directions, northeast, south, and west as well. And that's why at the number 80, you was at the compass. And the number 80, what? It guards the right foot. Now the right is dealing with the mechanical portion of the body. All right? You see that? The right foot, it deals with the mechanical portion of the body, or the right side. It's the mechanics of oneself and how to make yourself operate like a well-oiled machine. 81 is what? 81 is 8 plus 1 is 9. All right? 9 times 9 equals what? 81. All right? But 9 is Faru, right? If you go to the lessons, 9 is Faru. But what does 9 guard? It guards the right bicep. Remember that. It guards the right bicep of yourself or of the Messiah. Now, the right or the bicep, what does it deal with? The bicep. You got a thought about it?
You asking me? Oh, I'm
Yes,
sorry.
I'm asking.
I'm listening. I'm listening.
Okay, I'm asking you. The bicep. Whether on the right side or the left side, what does it represent?
The bicep?
According to the lessons. Now you can say anything else according to the lessons. What does the bicep represent?
Okay, so on the left side, it represents it's 20. On the left side.
On the right side is 9.
It's
but
9.
What does it represent? Either the left or the right. What does it represent?
Okay.
I don't mean to quiz you, but I'm quizzing you.
Oh,
but I'm
you're
asking
quizzing.
everyone. Please, come on, please. I'm asking you, what does the bicep represent? Whether the right or the left one. Real simple.
Okay, answer it for me. What does it represent?
Thank you. You say I don't know.
Yeah, I
That's
said
good.
yeah.
Thank
Answer
you.
it for
I
me.
don't know.
Yeah.
All right. So the bicep represents, according to the lessons. Hold up.
I'm listening.
Are you getting something? Write it down.
No.
Oh, what was? All right. The bicep. I
I'm
just want to
listening.
know.
Okay, go ahead. I'm here. I'm listening. Go ahead. You got the floor.
All right. The bicep, for anybody that studies the temple, which is the body of the Messiah, all right? Whether left or right, it deals with strength, all right? But it's not just a strength of brute force. It represents the mental strength and fortitude and determination of oneself. It represents the faith of oneself. Again, I tell y'all about the lessons about how the master put the book in your hand in order for you to learn, but in order for you to be strong as well. That's why the master put the book in your hand. You thought the master put the book in your hand so you can just read. No. The master put the book in your hand in order for you to build up your strength, because you're doing a calisthenic every time you lift the book to your face. Every time you lift the book to your face, you're doing a calisthenic. And if you lift this book 1,000 times to your face, what do you think it's going to do to your biceps? Queen.
They're going to become stronger.
They're going to become stronger. And you get more muscle for longevity by doing calisthenics. And lifting a book to your face is a calisthenic.
Hello?
You hear that?
No.
I gotta run
I
it
think you
back.
blanked out. Yes, please. I think you blanked out.
What I said was lifting a book to your face is a calisthenic.
That's correct. I got that.
It's a calisthenic. It's an exercise or exorcism. You're building strength, not only in your physical exterior, but you're building strength in your mind, your patience, your faith. See, these are the lessons that the Messiah Code teaches us. It teaches us lessons about ourselves and the journey that the Messiah has took within his or herself. It reflects that same journey. All right? So the number 9, if I'm telling you that the number 9 is Faru, right? Faru, which represents joy. It's Faru is joy. All right?
Okay.
Because 9 is birth as well. Okay? 9 is birth. But
Birth?
9 could be yes, 9 is birth. Like when things go into born. 9. All right? Just like 2 is born because it's the second letter of the alphabet, but 9 could represent birth in the mathematics. If you go into the supreme mathematics. But 9 could also represent understanding, or it can represent intuition. Okay? Because the 9th letter of the alphabet is what? I. It's the inner eye. It's the eye within. It's the eye within oneself. You remember we was doing an exercise earlier, right? With the mind. The mind's
Okay,
eye.
yeah, I remember that. I remember that.
All right, that's the number 9. The mind's eye. All right? But 9 times 9 is 81, which is what? The knower of destiny. El Huiya. Huiya. Because Hu is the creative force of will. Huiya.
El
All right?
Huiya.
Huiya. El Huiya. Which is the 81st day. All right? So when you break down the science of these numbers, like everything is in sequence. What's today's date in the codex? 7/27/21, right?
That's correct.
7/27 is the Holy Spirit. Frontwards and backwards, right? Because 27 is what? El Ghaforu. El Ghaforu. All right. But what was 27? Remember what was 27? I mean 72, excuse me. 72 was Lahatha.
Lahatha.
It was Lahatha. It was Lahatha in the codex. Like, remember, when we was studying, right? We studied the 1 through 31. All right? The 1 through 31 represented everyone's position within the body of what we call the Messiah. All right? It represent a position that each and every one of us took, but it represented a position that we must master. All right? That's what it is. The position within the temple that we must master, as well as master the whole body. But after the number 31, because we know of a sequence other than 1 through 31, because 1 through 31 is simply a beginning and ending, which is the Alpha and Omega of things. And I'm saying this because it helps you identify the cycles and the sequence of life itself. All right? So 1 and 31 is the beginning and the ending. Now we got 1 and 9. But 1 and 9 is actually becomes 1 through 99. So now we have the whole body. Okay? We have the body of manifestation, and then we have the body of resurrection. All right. And now this body of resurrection right here, all right, is your upgraded body. It's your esoteric body. It's your etheric body. No one ever explained what the etheric body is or how to map the etheric body or how it works and the functionalities of it. This is what the Codex explains. All right. It explains how each degree, each number represents a position. Excuse me. It represents a position within this body. It represents a position within this body. As you see the number 8, you see an 8-pointed star at the bottom right foot. All right. To you, it might be on your left side. But if you was the Messiah looking at me, it would be on your right side. You understand?
Yeah.
It would be on your right side, and you see an 8-pointed star. And coming up his body is each position that represents a higher degree of consciousness. All right. Now we're at El Huiya, which is the knower of destiny, 81. But 18 is 81 backwards, right?
Yes.
And what is 18?
You mean the Messiah code?
You don't got to go to a page. Go in the page of your heart, which is the 18th letter. It's the root
R.
or the
That's
wraith.
R. That's a wraith. Yeah.
Yeah, the root or the wraith
The
is
wraith, yes.
it's the 18th letter.
Yeah.
Ra. Why? Ra. Why Ra? Because the letter R that depicts the soul or that creates the soul, Ra or Re, the same R, it represents how your name rolls off the tongue. Because you are manifested in this existence by utterance. So the utterance is the roll of off the tongue. So R became that letter. Okay, which is 2 9s, root and wraith. Because 1 9 is a 9 that grows like your hair, and the other 9 is a 9 that blows your head off. You understand?
Okay.
Like your hair grows in a symbol of a 9. 9 to the 9th power of 9. Your hair grows in a 9.
Okay.
It grows up
that.
in the 9.
I
right?
see that. Mm-hmm.
But they got other 9s that'll blow your head off.
Gotcha.
You get what I'm saying? So
Understand.
I'm saying root or wraith. 9 could be good or 9 could be bad.
I get that. Okay, I get that.
That's number 18. But now we're doing 9 times 9, which is 81, which is Huiya, which is the knower of destiny. Now, any of the 80 numbers deal with the compass. But it's a mental compass. It's a compass within to give you a direction. Don't you know a compass, one thing about, you got to think about a compass, right? Let's say a compass gives you direction, right? We use the compass to give us the direction of the North Pole or where north is, right?
Yeah.
For what we're told, due north, based upon the magnetic field of the planet. But you got to deal with declination as well. And you might say, well, what is that? I got a compass in my hand. For what I'm told, this compass is going to take me where I got to go. Meaning that you got a book in your hand. You got a compass in your hand. Let's say the book is your compass. Mm-hmm. The book is your compass. It's giving you direction, which way to go in life. Your book, your religion, your spirituality is your compass.
Wow.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. But just like any other compass, you got to deal with something called declination. So the planet is not always in the same position. The stars are not always in the same position. The sun is not always in the same position. And the Earth's magnetic field is not always resonating the same way. So if you're not dealing with a sense of declination, knowing how to improvise for these things, guess what's going to happen? You're going to get lost thinking you going north, thinking you at a higher state, thinking you at a higher place in life. And you want to be lost because you didn't deal with the declination principle. And what's so deep about it, because like I said, the number 80s is dealing with a way to find oneself, but it's dealing with the compass. All right? The moral compass. It's not just a compass. Like, you're thinking about a compass like I'm going north, east, south, or west. No, I'm talking about a moral compass. You know, we call this in the codex, it's a number for this. It's number 25. Number 25 is called Forcan in the codex. And its place is at what? The left hip. The left hip. Because the left is dealing with right brain activity. But 2 plus 5 equals 7, right?
That's
and
correct.
all the 70s are on the left hip as well. Why? Because it helps you be able to measure the foreseeable universe from yourself. See, one thing that we share in the Messiah Code or in the Codex, you know, we are the gods and goddesses that they're going to be worshiping thousands of years from now. Read the book of Revelations. It tells you, don't add to the word. Don't try to take away from the word. You try to take away from it, you're going to be took away from the book of life. You try to add to the word, you're going to be add the plagues herein. And you know what? I'm going to tell you this. I'm going to translate that. I'm going to transliterate the message for everyone. You know, everything of the past is done. Egypt is done. Samaria is done. Hebrewism is done. Mohammedanism is done. Anytime anybody would practice it, it would be a form of a reenactment. It wouldn't be the original thing. It was like, for instance, if somebody come out with an R&B song, right? You like, that's my jam. But somebody else sings that song. You're going to be like, nah, that ain't that real song. It might be hotter than they might have spiced it up, but that ain't that real song.
Not the original.
How many songs they didn't remix? And you know that it's not the original. And when somebody came up with a remix, they gave a breath of life of its own, the song. You get what I'm saying? They gave their own rendition of the song, but they gave the song their own breath of life. The reenactment of everyone being committed to certain spiritualities of the past is nothing but a rerun movie that you have seen over and over again.
Wow.
I'm telling you. And the reason why I share this thought with you is because we are not in the time of Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. To ask Muhammad, the prophet, yo, you know, when you made your Hajj, when you went into Jerusalem from Mecca on El Baruj, which what they call a donkey that was of 3 different species, what type of donkey was this that you flew on from Mecca to make the journey to Jerusalem? I want to know. You are not here to ask the prophet that. You're not here to ask the Messiah, yo, how many miracles? Yo, I need you to do a miracle on me. I need you to take away these bills. I got child support. I got, yo, Jesus, work these miracles. You know what I'm saying? You don't got, you know, I made a joke, but you are not there. So the people that reenact these things, they're doing nothing but reenacting something of the past, a rendition of the past. Now, this goes back to what I said. We are the gods and goddesses that they will be worshiping thousands of years from now. It's time to be great. It's time to be who we need to be. It ain't time to sit back and do anything less. All right? And that's my proclamation to you. Okay? And I don't mean like And that's not saying that we don't give reference to the past. That's not the case. We give reference to the past and honors to those that pass. Because without them, we wouldn't have a future. You hear me? Messiah. Without them, we wouldn't have a present. And without you, we wouldn't have either or. Because you stand at the middle of all this. Okay? Let's continue to build. I know I went off on a tangent, Queen, but I'm talking about the number 81. And it's really dealing with a moral compass. Now remember when I was in New York. Remember that, right?
Okay.
Remember somebody was throwing money out. They was throwing money in the in out in the street just to see what people do.
Right.
And remember now I'm talking about the moral compass, right? Now think about this. One of the things that you got to have in your moral compass is integrity. Am I right?
That's correct. You should.
So, I'm not saying that, we don't need no money. We don't need the money. But someone was doing that to endanger someone's life because they threw the money in the street with a bunch of cars moving. And that's not funny. While you have people jumping around because they're in Times Square thinking, oh man, I got the ticket. They don't understand that somebody is just doing a prank just to see if somebody's willing to get hit by a car for dollar bills. It wasn't $100 bills. It was $1 bills they threw out.
Wow.
You keep it real. And you had a bunch of dumb people run out in the middle of the street and almost got themselves killed. So what I'm telling you is that you, with a moral compass, you got to have integrity, and you can't just jump out of the window for anything or anybody. All right? Keep it real. So meaning that you got to have a sense of integrity. These are the lessons of the Messiah Code. These are the lessons that the Messiah Code teaches. All right? Keep it real. All right? So yeah, let's continue to build.
Okay.
You can go to number what is this in the codex? We're on codex 194. Should be codex 194, which is the knower of destiny. If you have your book, the 90-day water fast and cleansing, go to codex 194.
Yeah, it's 194.
If you don't have your book, what I'll do is this. I'll do something really good for everyone right here. I'll do something real special. If you don't have your book, don't be so cheap. It's only $21 on Amazon. All right? You can grab it for $21. All right. Let me see if I can do this for you. I can share my screen with you, and what I can do is I can put the book on the screen right now, and we can go blow for blow. All right? That's cool? All right. That's cool. All right. So, day 81, right?
Day 81. You're on Codex 191 now.
Yeah.
That's what we're saying
it's
on
different.
the screen.
It's different in this book. This is
but we're saying Codex 191. So you might.
Yeah. I'm going to, I got it. Right here. El Huia. Day 81. Right? Day 81. Shout out to brother Chris. What's up?
Oh, you got it?
Yeah, I got it. Right
Okay.
here. You can see it, right? Y'all can see this.
I can see it.
Hold up. Can y'all see that? Y'all can see that on the screen, right? Whap. Y'all can see that. All right. So, day 81, which is Huia, the knower of destiny. 81 cube is 531,441. Wow, that is a deep number. Anuki Pa Musta Shakil Hayui, which means, let me say that again. Anuki Pa Musta Shakil Hayui, which is, I am the composer of my life. So Musta Shakil Hayui. Anuki Pa Musta Shakil Hayui. Now I put an affirmation. All this is an affirmation. You know, I put this throughout the book. So we begin with an affirmation when we begin our day. Anuki Pa Musta Shakil Hayui. All right? So this is the ancient tone of our ancestors. Now it says, I am the composer of my life. Think of it like music. Supreme grand wisdom. The universe is mental, held in the mind of the all. The all is I am. All right. So this is verse 307. In Huia, the knower of destiny, the affirmation Anuki Pa Musta Shakil Hayui, I am the composer of my life, is a profound declaration of self-determination, resonating with the wisdom that the universe exists within the consciousness of all-compassing I am. So, yes, the universe, when you think about the universe, because think about this. Hui, or who is the creative force of will. That's the same thing when they say in Islam or Hebrew, they say Yahuwah or Yahayu, or they say because Yahayu means the ever living, but they utilizing the same word Hu, which means breath. All right, and
Okay.
also who it says in here, if you notice, it says Hayui. So Hayui is another version of Huiya. All right, it's almost another version of the word, because Hayu is the breath of life, but Huiya is the creative force of will, or who is the creative force of will. All right. So that's why it gives you the supreme grand wisdom in here and says the universe exists within the consciousness of all encompassing I am. So, encompassing I am. So it says this, I'm on verse 308 right here. It
Okay.
says, this is the wisdom to understand the concept that each individual is an artist of their own life, painting their reality with the brushstrokes of thoughts, beliefs, and actions. It emphasizes the power of the mind in shaping one's destiny, similar to how a composer orchestrates a symphony. All right? Embracing I am the composer of my life is about understanding that we have the creative power to design and alter our life's journey. It's a recognition that our thoughts and intentions are the notes that create the music of our existence. This approach is similar to a master sculptor shaping a block of marble. Just as a sculptor envisions and carves out a form from marble, we too have the ability to mold and shape our lives through our mental and spiritual faculties. The lesson of day 81, Huiya, the knower of destiny, is to embrace our role as the architects of our destiny. This day encourages us to cultivate our minds and thoughts with the awareness that they are tools which we compose in the symphony of our lives. Ultimately, I am the composer of my life is an invitation to engage actively in a creation of our reality. It's about realizing that the universe within us is a reflection of our thoughts and intentions, and we have the power to harmonize our inner world with the outer universe. All right. That was fire. That was super fire. All right. So, I bring this back to the thought about when you think about the number 80, right? And again, it's on the body of the Messiah, right? It's
Mm-hmm.
on your right foot. It's a mechanic. It's like a machine. It's a machine that you operate. All right? It's a machine that you operate. Anything on the right side, it operates like a machine. So your moral compass operates like a machine. A
Wow.
well-oiled machine. How should I say?
Wow.
Shout out to the priestess. Shout out to Messiah Code All Stars. Let me see. Let me say this. All the Messiah Code All Stars, I see y'all in the building. Shout out to Felicia. Messiah Code All Stars. Shout out to High Priestess. What's up? Of course, shout out to Queen Kenya. I'm here. Shout out. Shout out. Shout out to Akshita Veda, the general. Shout out. And salute yourself if you in here. Salute yourself if you in here. Peace to everybody watching in the YouTube, the Facebook, the TikTok. All right? This is the Messiah Code. Okay? So, any questions? Any questions? Let me know. Hello?
Oh, we're here.
I'm asking you any questions.
I thought you were asking everyone.
I'm asking you, anyone, everybody.
Okay.
Any questions?
I don't have any questions.
Yo, shout out to, I see brother Justin Broussard in the building. Shout out to brother Justin Broussard. I see him in here. Shout out to the Messiah Code All-Star. Brother Justin Broussard, leading the community and growing food. Shout out to the All-Star. Coom. I love you, bro. Keep up the good works. Keep up the good works. Keep up the good works. Nah, any questions? Seriously.
No.
You good? I'm gonna leave it open for the chat to see if there's any questions before I get off. All right. I'm gonna say thank you for y'all time as well. I really appreciate y'all. This is always wonderful to be connected with good people. It's always wonderful to be connected to good people. You said I gotta try that okra water. Shout out to brother Justin Broussard. Yo man, you got us on this. You got us on this okra water, man. What's going on with that, man? You got us on this okra water, bro. Yo, I love you. Yo, I love you too, sis. I'm gonna say thank you for your time. I'm only gonna be on for a couple more minutes. I just want to give us a little outro real quick. I love okra. Yeah. Any questions or comments before I get off? Let me know. You already know what it is.
How many weapons does the Messiah have?
You already know how many weapons. Load up them weapons. Load up them weapons. Load up them weapons. All right. Yeah. So this was a good build. I really love it. I'm gonna be writing books for every number of the body of the Messiah.
For the original and the updated?
Yeah.
Upgraded for both?
Shit.
Wow.
Yeah. Shout out to you if you was in here, yo. This was a good build. What's up? This is the Messiah's Bookshelf. I see y'all coming in. Y'all coming in. I see y'all coming in. What's up? What's up? What's up? This is the Messiah's Bookshelf. What's up, man? I'm really happy. Shout out to the family. This was a good build, a good discussion. A good discussion. Do you have any comments, Queen? Do you have anything that you want to say before we go?
No, just want to thank everybody for joining us tonight.
All right, yo, I'm gonna review the lessons real quick. I'm gonna run a real fast. I'm gonna run a real fast build real quick, just to end it.
Okay.
And it's something that I wanted to do. All right. Can you get the number? I want you to get your book. You got the 141, right?
Yeah, I have it.
Go into the number 8. What is the number 8? And I want you to read the meaning of number 8. Because this is something that is important. I talked about the number 80 and I talked about the number 81. Let me talk about the idea real quick to end it with the number 8. The number 8 is really the infinity symbol, right?
That's correct.
But look at this. Remember that the number 8 represents your 2 eyes when you go to the mirror as well. Remember that, the number 8. But the number 8 also represents the Taurus. The Taurus, because it resembles the Taurus, the horns of the Taurus. You feel me? That's why it's called a mator. If you go into the codex, mator, right?
Mm-hmm.
I want you to read. First of all, what is the 8th letter of the alphabet? What's the 8th letter of the alphabet?
H.
Of course, it's H.
Mm-hmm.
And what does H stands for? It stands for heaven or hell.
Yeah.
The number 8 is symbolic of 2 circles, right? But the number 8 is actually a sigil. It's composed of 8 different points, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yo, it goes even deeper. All right. So I want you to read the meaning of heaven and hell. H.
Okay. Mature. 8. H. Heaven. Heaven, the mind. The euphoric pleasure of existence with no disparity, no stress, no pain, etc. With happiness as its core element. It stimulates the reality of a place everyone hope it to be. Hell, the body, the inevitable challenge of opposition, the torture and agony of failure.
All right. I love it. I love it. Look at this real quick. All right. So I'm just showing y'all this, right? This is in y'all lessons. If y'all study the Messiah Code, right? It's mator. 8 times 8 is what? 64. 64 is the chess player. Black and white, right? It's black and white, the chess player. 1 and 0 equals 10. Binary. But look at this. The number 8, mator, as we read, is heaven or hell. Heaven is the mind, the euphoric pleasure of existence with no disparity or stress, no pain, etc. With happiness as its core element, it stimulates the reality of a place everyone hoped it to be. All right, that's heaven. But heaven, more importantly, what you got to notice here, it says it's the mind, as well as the euphoric pleasure of existence with no disparity or stress. All right, this is a heavenly abode. All right, but this is all in the mind. It's telling you this. It's telling you it's the mind. That's what heaven is. Hell is what?
The body.
Hell is the body. You know what I mean? Because hell is low. All right, just like the mind is high, the body is low. Hell is low. Hello. All right, but it's the inevitable challenge of opposition and the torture and agony of failure. This is the hell within oneself.
Wow.
Shout out to Sister Lisa, Messiah Code All Star. You know what it is. Share the video. So that's the number 8. Okay. When we dealing with 8 is my tour. But if you notice that the number 8, like I said, it has 8 different points. It has 8 different points. When you count these points together, when you do the when you notice with the number 8, let me blow this up real quick. I'm gonna show you something real quick. Look at this number 8, yo, real quick. You see this? I can count 8 points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Am I right?
I don't think they see it. What are you showing them?
You can't see what I'm showing you. Look at this.
Okay,
Hey,
there you go. Okay, no, you
look.
didn't have it on the camera. Go ahead.
You can't. All right, look.
Uh-huh.
You can see inside the triangle of the 8, right? You see
Yeah.
3 points. That's 3
Right.
points. 3 points. Now you see the bottom triangle. You see another 3 points, right?
That's correct.
Intersecting.
Mm-hmm.
That's 3. Now on the outside of the 8, you see 2 points, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
Well,
the
yeah.
number 8 is a sigil. It has only 8 points associated with it. It is a spell that someone invokes on your mind with this number, like this. However they make the number 8, it still represents an hourglass of sort. That's why it's connected with time.
Yeah,
Shout
I
out
see
to
that.
Sister Ty. Yeah, you see it. The number 8
Yeah, I see
has
it.
only 8 points. And if you go through all the numbers, they do the same thing. Like each number has a certain points. If you see this number 9, I bet y'all can play a game. We can sit here and play a game if y'all want. The number 9 has 9 points to it. That means obviously someone is playing with our mind. You see that? Count the points in number 9. You count 4. You count 4 inside. 1, 2, 3, 4, right? And then you go 5, 6, 7, 8, and then 9. You can see me pointing to the number, me counting how many points in the number 9, right? I know I'm not crazy. I know I'm just like really not crazy at all. I know I can be crazy. I'm drawing the number 9, and that to you, does that look like a 9 to you?
Yes.
Okay. Just for making sure. And it has 9 points to it. You can do that with the number, look, watch this. The number 7. The number 7, it has 7 points. Look at this. 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 points. Don't
Okay, you
play
still
me
on
out.
number.
Don't play me out. All of this shit is they program in our mind. Look at this. The number 6, it has 6 points. Oh, I'm playing a game? No, they playing a game with us. Look at this. You got 4 points. 1, 2, 3, 4, right? On the inside of this square, 4 points. And then you got 5 and 6. So the number 6 has 6 points.
That's correct.
The number 6 has 6 points. You want to do it with the number 5. Number 5 has 5 points. 1,
Okay, scroll down
2,
to 5 so they can see it. The ones that don't
Scroll
have
down.
a book. There you go.
Yeah, I'm hoping they can see this on the screen.
No, you were not on the correct number at the time.
Oh,
Scroll-
but you
yeah,
see
scroll
it.
down.
You see it right here, right?
You on the number 6 now.
Number 6.
Yeah, scroll
No,
down
I'm-
to the number 5.
That's number 5 right there on the screen.
Okay, I'm
But
looking
when
at 2
you
different
see it-
screens. I see 2 different numbers. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah.
I see
You
it now.
see-
Go ahead.
You see 5 points on this number 5.
Yeah, I see that now.
Yeah, I see a 5. Yeah, yeah, I know you see 5 because I see 5 points on this number. Count it with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So they obviously playing a game with us, yo. Yo, we see it. We see something's going on. So when I started decoding the numbers, listen. When I started decoding the numbers past 10, I needed y'all to know that I was very serious about this shit. And keep it real. When the universe decided to flow through me and give me the information of the codex, all right? Listen. There it is, right there, the number 10. You start seeing geometrical shapes as numbers. It's the number 10 because it was a lock and a key. It was a lock that was open. And that's when I opened it up and I opened up the network. All right? But all of this was connected to the journey of the Messiah. Only thing that I was discovering, for lack of better words, I was discovering the journey of Jesus. I don't want to use that word Jesus because we might get real churchy in here. But what I'm telling you, I was discovering the journey of Heru, of Osiris. I was discovering the journey, and it was talking to me through the numbers. That's how I was learning it. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody was doing archaeology, going certain places to try to find the answers to these things. And I realized that the archaeology, the true archaeology, is within. It's uncovering and unraveling the stones within yourself. The hard places in your heart. Yo, it looks like a Q backwards. Yeah, the number 10. Yeah, the queen unlocks the door too. I know that. The queen unlocks the womb. That's what happened. You already know. The queen unlocked the womb. Yo, I never understood the concept behind the number Q. Well, the number Q doesn't look like that in the codex. The number Q actually looks like this. Let me see. Let me show y'all. The number Q actually looks like this in the codex. If you look in the codex, it looks like this. Now we're going back to the number 8 again. Y'all say, man, that's an 8. No, it's not. It's a Q. That is Q, El Yaqub, which is the scientist. That's called El Yaqub in the science. If you study the lessons of the codex, the Messiah code, this is called El Yaqub. It's the big-headed scientist. The big-headed scientist, for real. The big-headed scientist. That's what they call That's what they call Yaqub. Yaqub is also Jacob, and Jacob is the 12 that gave the 12 sons that gave you your 12 zodiac. But Yaqub, the real Yaqub, was actually this symbol right here. It was that symbol right there. Yaqub, the real Yaqub symbol was that. And it was symbolic of the number 17, which is one with God. One with God, because one is what? Movement, right?
Yeah.
We know that. One is Harukment, Harukment, and 7 is God. Right. So the 17th letter of the alphabet is Queen. So that is one with God.
One with God.
One who is with God. Because, you know, the mother gave us the throne to sit on, the first throne to sit on. And that's why the number 4 represents success. Because it's the success that we sit on. And it connects to the thigh of the Messiah. Okay. Because we sat on the thigh when Aset or Isis or Mary sat the Messiah on her thigh and breastfed him. Yo, all the lessons of the Messiah code, man, I'm trying to tell you. You study these lessons, yo, man, you're going to be on a whole nother level. And shout out to everybody following me on the Facebook. Please give me some stars. That's like $1. I don't know if it's like $1 or something. Like, you can donate. If you want to donate, you don't want to buy the books off of Amazon. You don't want to look out for the cookout. I understand your time to me is worth $1 million. But if you like, you can throw me some stars too. I'll collect when it's time to collect. But I love y'all, man. Like, what's up? What's up? I need more voices in here. I need more people. Shout out your feelings, man, and how y'all feel about life. Shout out to Sister Ty. I'm gonna say this. Keep on doing some good hair. She is the number one person that I seen doing hair on TikTok. So it is related to our birthdays. Yes. You're like the body of the Messiah is related to your birthday. All right? It's related to your birthday because your birthday is not called a birthday, sis. You said, I got the book. I got to get the book. Okay, you got to get the book. Get the book. You can get any book. All right? But your birthday, hear me out, Queen. Your birthday is not called a birthday no more. Because you were already born in the womb, in the sacred womb. You were already born in the sacred womb. You can be born again, but that's a spiritual thing. All right? When we talk about your birthday, your day of birth, nobody knows their day of birth. All right? So it's called a log date, how you logged in space and time.
Thank you.
Shout out to the Facebook user flirting with my wife. She's like, oh, you look beautiful today. Wink, wink.
Thank you.
Nah, I'm joking with you. Yo, man, thank you too, man. I love you too.
Thank you so much.
Hey, man, I'm gonna tell you this. It's about to be 3 of us. We working on it. We haven't started dating, but we've been putting the thought into action. All right. As you know, we're firm believers in polygamy, or we trust in that idea.
She said I'm not flirting. It's okay if you are, Akshita. It's fine. It's fine.
Oh, that was Akshita. That was.
It's fine, Akshita.
It says you are Facebook user. I don't know.
Yeah, it doesn't have a name. It doesn't have a picture.
It says Look, I'm not lying. If I'm lying, I'm flying.
It doesn't have a picture or name.
It says Facebook user. Your ass better identify yourself. Okay, I see y'all. Nah, all right, I love you. Yeah, we working on that. We'll start dating pretty soon.
I'm not flirting. It's Akshita.
We'll start dating pretty soon. We'll figure that out.
It's okay. I'll take that. I'll take it, Akshita. Thank you.
She looking like a whole zebra. I'm a flirt with her too. I'm a one up your ass, Akshita. You looking like a whole gazelle, babe. I want to grab you and rawr, rawr.
You so funny.
Like a whole fucking lion. Grab that ass up. I'm gonna grab that ass up after the broadcast. How about that?
Okay.
You looking like a whole gazelle, babe.
Thank you.
I'm a flirt with that ass. Look at this. Look, she said she beautiful every day.
Thank
no
you.
Diddy. No Diddy. You can't say Diddy in a sentence no more, just like R. Kelly. Yo, your asses can't say P. Diddy. Like P. Diddy want what? Your ass can't say R. Kelly jelly. You might say, can you pass me the R. jelly? I mean, your ass can't say none of these things no more. Your ass better not be caught listening to the music. It's a shame when Suge Knight is the hero.
Oh, damn.
Yo, my word. Yo, Sia.
She said I'm blushing.
Thea is blushing. Man, get a girl on here. Get a woman on here for us to flirt with. How about that? We going to see Thea really blush. We should get a female on here for me and Thea to flirt with. Guess what? Well, you going to see her ass really blush. Because we're going to do an interview. We'll do an interview with her ass. That'd be so fun. And I can't wait, to be honest, because new love is all good love. It's all love. Yeah, definitely. So what else we want to say before we get off, babe? We start getting off on a tangent, having fun. Shout out to the family. I love y'all as well. I really appreciate it.
Thank you guys for all the love. Thank you.
I really appreciate the love, man.
I can't wait to see her either.
I can't wait to see y'all.
I can't wait to see her either. I'm waiting.
You talk about it, Thea. You talk about it. What type of qualities are we looking for though in a female?
Hmm? No, because
Hmm?
I'm looking at Ty. She said back to the codes. So I'm sorry.
Back
We'll
to the
get back to it.
codes.
Back to the codes.
We'll get back to the codes. What type of quality are we looking for in the female though?
um, well, one of the qualities that we're looking for is for her to her core quality is one for something that we're in. I mean, something that we are. She has to be about what we're about in a sense. Like she has to want to build. She wants the reason for her to be in poly. Like it can't be about her wanting to be in poly because she wants to have a threesome or she wants someone to just take care of her. It has to be because she wants to build, and that's what we're about. Like in our poly, is for us to build and create. So that has to be a quality that she wants, or a desire, should I say? Spiritual, yeah.
Right.
So, and when it comes to spiritual qualities, um, we're not religious, so I mean, if whatever she believes in is what she believes in, But as long as those beliefs doesn't, it's not opposite of what we are working towards.
All right, let
Mm.
me ask you a couple hardcore questions too. Pat, pat,
Me,
pat. How
me.
tall she gotta be? How tall she
Oh, I
gotta
don't want
be?
to know no taller than 5'6".
No taller than 5'6". All right. What about?
That's not a hard question at all.
Oh, all right. That's cool. I'm just asking.
I mean, I'm
What
five
about?
one,
What you
five
say?
one or two. I'm really short, guys. I'm 5'1", 5'1", 5'2".
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
That's cool. So what about this? What if she lives in a different state or something, babe? Because
I should be
we're
asking you that
on,
question.
it's an internet situation. Like most of the time, people nowadays are finding each other through the internet.
You said we all short. Hmm.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
they
Most of the
are.
time, people are finding each other through the internet.
Uh-huh.
Like, state wise, how far can does this female have to be for us to really get to know her as a potential mate or somebody that we will date?
Yes. I mean, I don't think we have a limit or time. Like we don't have a distance. I think
She
that
can't be in another country though. We
well,
can't do that right now, right? We're
no,
not
I
doing that
don't
right
think.
now.
I don't think. I'm not. I mean, I'm open to most things, but as far as another country, I never thought about that.
All right.
But as far as a state, um, I mean, I think if we are all willing to work and make certain sacrifices to come together, it doesn't matter what state she's in.
Okay, that's cool. Um, what about kids? If she has kids, because nowadays people have kids. It's not
Yeah,
just you showing up by yourself.
right. Are you asking me that question?
I'm asking you that question just publicly. Just asking
Okay,
you
so
publicly.
um, so personally, I mean, my thoughts on it is that kids are fine. I mean, I have kids. You have kids. So
Okay,
their kids will be our kids.
I get that. I get that. That's cool. What
I mean,
what
isn't
other?
that what that tribe is about? So that's one of the reasons. That's one of the. I mean, you have more when you are bringing children into a poly situation or relationship. Children a lot of times do come with that because uh, the co-wife, however you want to call her, second wife, whatever name you want to call her, a lot of times they do come with children um, out of other certain situations. So those children become a part of our family. That child will be blessed with more than one father, more than one mother. They'll have a tribe to help raise that child. So yeah, that's that's a part of it.
Oh, that's
That's
what's up.
definitely a part of it. And the
That's
great
all.
part about that, let me speak on that. The great
Go
part
ahead.
about that is that when there's certain things that I can teach my children. I don't say that I know everything because I don't know everything. But the second mom may know something that I don't, that they can teach my child. And that's what the tribe is about. Um is
So,
building is having that tribe, having that community there. It's giving your child more. It's giving your child more. It's giving your child something that maybe you can't give them. That's it's not a bad thing. That's a good thing, right? I think about it that way. That's a good
So
thing.
I got a question. I mean,
Mhm.
I can from a male perspective, I can tell you many reasons why I would want to be in pop polygamy. All right.
Mhm.
Or have an extended family, however you want to call it, tribalism. I don't
Okay.
want to call. I call it tribalism, to be honest. I don't call it polygamy. But what would be the reason that you would want to be in polygamy as a female in general?
Oh, okay.
I don't know if this sounds like a crazy off the wall question,
No. Okay.
but
So
like,
I think a lot of
why would you want to be in polygamy?
why
I
have I
mean,
been in polygamy? Let's just be honest. Why have I been in
why
polygamy?
have we
Why
been
did
in
I
polygamy?
choose the life of
All right,
polygamy when I
okay,
had a monogamous relationships in prior? That is why. That is why I wanted more for. I wanted to not. I wanted it more for my children. I wanted more for me. I wanted more. I didn't want it to all be about me, and I didn't want it all to be.
okay,
I wanted to. I wanted to build something that was greater than me. Um,
okay,
and also I wanted to have that. I wanted to have that relationship, that close bond relationship. I have sisters. I have many sisters, blood sisters. But I wanted to create that relationship where I wanted to have that bond with another female.
okay,
Um, I wanted to have that bond with another female where we did things together. I wanted that type of sisterhood. Um,
okay,
I wanted to learn. I wanted us to learn from each other. Not only that, I wanted my mate to have what he wanted as well.
okay,
And I know that sounds weird, but I work with men all the time. And, sometimes I was that woman that they talked to when they couldn't talk to their wife, you know, about things that they desire and they wanted. And be
okay,
honest with you. And I
okay,
didn't want, and in that idea, I knew that I wanted my husband to be happy. And his happy didn't necessarily have to be from me all the time.
okay,
Maybe there were things about him that I didn't, I did not have, or I didn't bring out of him that someone else did. And
okay,
I don't believe love is selfishness. I believe love is freedom. So in that freedom, I wanted him to have that as well. I wanted my children to have things that maybe I couldn't give them. Someone else, another woman can teach them and guide them. So these are different things that I wanted. I wanted to build that. I wanted to
okay.
build that tribe. I wanted to have that tribe. So
So
that
do
was
you
that was my main reasons for
do
polygamy.
do you I'm just saying, do you see polygamy as a way like where you can have good discussions with a female, maybe private discussions or something that you can't share with other females? Is could that be a
I mean, you can have that.
could
I
that
mean,
be
you can have
one
a best
too?
friend. Yeah, you can have a. I mean, honestly, you can have a best friend that you can talk to.
Okay.
Outside, you don't have to have it in polygamy. You don't have to have that
Okay, I
in
get that.
polygamy. But when in a sisterhood in a house where we all share, it's a little different there. Because
Okay.
in all honesty, for if everything is done and communication is done like how it's supposed to be in polygamy or in a tribal, then everybody is looking out for the best interests. Like there are times that you can tell who you believe to be your best friend. Some situations on in your relationship, and in that you tell them that if they're not honestly looking out for your best interest or the best interest of your husband, they may steer you wrong, or they might just go off something they might have gone through themselves. But if you're talking to someone that's in that same relationship, and have a love for your husband as well, then I believe that it's a you'll get a more genuine outcome in that particular relationship. So
Okay, and let me ask you a tough question though about polygamy
Mhm.
because hold up, let me do it. I got to do this. This is going to let me ask a tough question.
I think my hair is sticking up.
Let me ask you the tough questions. I don't want to go off too much on a tangent, but I want to ask you a couple tough questions while we in here, so I can kind of get an idea. All right. So, what about jealousy? I know jealousy is a natural situation. We all have some form of jealousy, I would guess. I don't want to call it jealousy, but
It is what it is. Yeah.
it is what it
Thank you.
is.
Thank you, Ty.
We
Thank
have we have that we have this thing where we want to be the center of attention, or if someone else is getting more attention than us, we might feel some type of way. um how would you deal with certain situations if a person, you feel as though a person is getting jealous, or they're
Okay.
showing ways of being jealous, or like they're going through a tantrum? Maybe they're like, we're in a polygamous relationship, right? And let's say I'm showing you more attention, right? And then the other person start feeling some type of way, so they might walk off or on their own, or do something on their own to just be like, but it's out of the
See,
norm.
that could be perspective. I don't mean to cut you off. That
Okay.
could be perspective. So, if there's an intent to try to show me more attention than the other, then that could be an issue. But it's
Okay.
also it's perspective of the person that's viewing it. So, one thing
I get
about
that. It's
polygamy,
perspective. Okay,
yes,
go ahead.
one thing about polygamy is that you have to be you have to be somewhat healed, and I think healing is a daily thing. So we learn something about ourselves every day. So healing is an ongoing process. So, um, but I think that you have to understand and know who you are, because when you get into polygamy, polygyny, whatever you want to call it, polyamorous, it's going to trigger things in you that you may have not known that was there. Um,
Okay. So you
so
may already have something inside you
yeah, it may
that
be
doesn't
something
have to do
inside.
with the relationship, the polygamous relationship, but you might
Mhm.
be reflecting that in the
Yeah, and
polygamous
yes, yes,
relationship.
yes,
Okay.
yes.
I
I
get
mean,
what you're saying.
monogamous. Let's be honest. Monogamous relationships are, there are a lot of issues in that as well. But when it's times two, it's, it may bring out things in you that you did not realize. Yep, insecurities that you did not have. So I think that right, it should not be a part of it. But in actuality, a lot of times in this day and age, because see, in the Western world, polygamy is not as big as monogamy. So if you were born in a different time where polygamy was there, then there's some of those different things may have not occurred because you are not still in the monogamous mind. Now, no matter how much you may think that you're polygamous, if you've been in a monogamous relationship majority of your life and you try it, there's still things about you that you have to work on in order to change that view, to change your
Okay.
view, because polygamy is not about you. Polygamy is about everyone. It's about the whole.
Okay.
So a lot of times we, even though we're interested and we want to do it, but if we never done it before, if we didn't grow up doing it, or our families wasn't brought up that way, it's again, we still have a monogamous mind of thoughts, even when sometimes we don't even realize that we do. So
Wow.
there is a sense of jealousy, the things that can happen, but because we're in this day and age dealing, and now we are opening up more to polygamous relationships, we have to deal with that, because we can say all day, okay, no one should be insecure in a polygamous. That's correct, but the reality of it is that it happens. It happens all the time. I'm in a lot of groups. I speak with a lot of different people, and it happens all the time, unfortunately. But you don't
What
want to
happens?
throw
What do
you
you
don't
mean? What happens? What are
jealousy,
you talking about?
jealousy, insecurities come up. So when those things come up, the best thing, that's correct. We're healing. The best thing to do, and when those things come out, is communication.
Communication. All right, I'm
Communication
following
is the
you.
best. The communication is the best thing, and to be honest, not first with yourself, and try to figure out why you're feeling that way. Try
All right.
why are you feeling this? Why is this
Let me.
triggering you? Why are you feeling
l-
this way? Now, if
l-
you realize that maybe it's something going on in the relationship, because it could be something going on in a relationship, or it could just be you. But if there is something, communicating with your partners is the best thing to do. Like, communicate, be
Communicating.
honest with it. We're grown, right? We're adults, so
Yes.
we should learn how to communicate. We have to learn how to
Hey, so I
communicate.
gotta ask you this though, babe.
Mhm.
So, when do you expect me to take her out on a date? And when do you expect me to take you out on a date on a solo tip? And when do you expect me to take both of y'all out on a date? And when should I expect for y'all two to go out on a date by yourself?
I mean, expectations on that is as we go along. That's not. I really can't answer that question.
I'm just saying we in
Do I
polygamy,
expect it
right?
to
Let's say
happen?
let's
I do
say we get
expect these
our
things to
new
happen.
our new female that we're dating, right? And I
Okay.
don't expect us to date physically with anybody until they get past the talking phase. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would think we would talk with somebody uh, until we get to a threshold where we like, okay, now let's meet and let's date, or let's go out on a date or something. All right.
Okay.
But let's say everything goes good and we get this female that we're looking for in our polygamous relationship, right? Or
Okay.
however what they call it. When would you expect me to take her out, and when you would expect me to take you out, and blah 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 blah? How would
Okay.
that go?
Okay. So
Monday,
you
Tuesday,
talking?
Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
Oh, okay. I don't have an expectation on that. I'm not setting unless
I
we
mean,
sit
in a
down.
normal life, we're all working, right? I
Okay.
would say
Right.
that. In a
Okay.
normal
So
life, all three of us are working,
right.
right? She
Right.
working, you working, I'm working, right?
Yes. Yes.
But when do I take y'all out on dates? So
When it's
I know
convenient. I mean, I don't know.
when it's
Like I don't.
convenient.
I'm
I
trying to
mean, me
figure out because
personally,
I'm
I'm
not
gonna
gonna.
tell you what I do. What I'll do to balance it. I'll run up on you on your job, and I'll do something real surprising, and say, hey, baby, boom. I'll give you something that you maybe didn't think I was gonna do. You know what I'm saying? And I think I would surprise both of y'all in your own way, or what I see that both of y'all need.
Yeah.
I think that's how I would engage with y'all throughout the week. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? That way I'll show that both of y'all are special to me.
Right.
That both of y'all have a place in my life. You know what I mean? So I would take that time out through the course of my day, throughout the week, to do something special for you each day. You know how I do it. I
Yeah.
might do
I've
that
experienced. I've
smoothie you like,
experienced that.
or do
I've
that fruit you
experienced that.
like, or something that you didn't know that I was gonna do, and I just surprised you by doing it. You know what I'm
Yes,
saying?
I
I
mean,
think that.
being the male in the relationship, you know how we both work. You begin to learn what we like and things that we like to do. So yes, you'll at that time it gives you that opportunity to say, hey, Thea's at work. She gonna be working from 9 to 10 or whatever. She's out, and and my other wife, she's well, guess what? She's off today. Let me spend this special time with her. Like that's why I said there is no expectation on what day. Like, hey, it's Thursday. Thursday, you're supposed to take me out. No, I don't.
All right. All right. So we're
I don't have
freestyling.
that
We're freestyling.
expectation.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right. What about laying in the bed though? Because
Oh.
I'm gonna say this: when we were in a polygamous relationship before, right?
Uh huh.
And we had a failed experience, right? We had two failed experiences, and we're not gonna go into a long story about that
And
because
honestly, I don't call them failed. I don't call them
okay,
failed
it's not a failure. It's not a
because
failure.
we were in those relationships just like a monogamous relationship. Sometimes they don't work. So it's no
Okay.
different than you've been in a monogamous relationship. But people always want to put us on a certain pedestal, like, see, I knew it didn't gonna work. You guys didn't work it out, da 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 da. No,
And
it's
they make us look like we're not
it's
like
something
regular
different. The
people.
thing
Like
is, right?
people
Because
don't break up all the
yeah,
time.
yeah, monogamous. I mean, it doesn't work all the time. It just doesn't work. Same thing in a monogamous relationship. It don't always work. I mean, how many single monogamous people out here? So
Okay.
it's the same thing. It's no different. Um, Thank you. She took
So
the words out of my
so
mouth. They were
learning
lessons. They
lessons.
were lessons.
So
Yes. She took
let
the
me
words out of my
ask you
mouth. They were lessons
this.
learned.
All right, without putting anybody's business out there, in our last polygamous relationship, right?
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
What was the main things that kind of like, and I'm talking about sleeping situation,
Okay.
because sleeping is not easy, I would say, in polygamy. It depends on your attitude. Depends on your attitude. Question: how would the sleeping arrangement work out?
I
Would
think
she
that's
get
something.
her own? Would she have her own house? We
That's
have,
something. Honestly,
because we're already in our own house. All
right.
right. So do we expect her to give up her house and live with us?
Well,
Or
again.
hold on, let me finish, babe. I just want to
Okay.
say,
Okay.
ask you this question.
Okay. This is.
Do we expect the new female that we're gonna have in our life, because we're about to start dating or whatever. Do we expect her to move in with us? All right? Or do we expect her to have her own home, her own set of bills, and her own situation? And if so, how would we sleep? And how, if she moves, or we come and live with her, or we live with her, or how would this work out? I just tell me
Okay, are you
real
asking
quick.
me like hypothetically, or are you asking
I'm
me like?
asking you in all hypothetical ways. Hey,
Okay.
what's up? What's up, Tonita?
Okay.
Peace.
So I think that is something that should be discussed, right? Like once it comes to a point where we are serious about us all joining together as a tribe, I think that is something that needs to be discussed. But it also should be something that I think you should be thinking about if you are thinking about being into a polygamous relationship. Now, me personally, I believe that doesn't. I mean, unless we are, if we are joining together, and polygamous is a financial thing too. I mean, two is better than three is better than two, financially. But if but if there is something like far as housing and all that, things need to be discussed when it becomes something that we actually going to solidify. We're going to have this relationship. So I think in polygamy, and when it comes to us, that that's not the direction. It's not the direction to have two different houses. Yeah, different rooms. I do believe there could be different rooms, because I think everybody needs to have their own time to themselves, or even that special time with their mate. So
Right, right.
one-on-one time. But far as having different houses, financially, and for some that's a great thing. They can be in different
I,
states and travel. But our situation, how we
all
want
right.
our polygamy, because we got to remember, this may work for us, it may not work for somebody else.
Yeah,
So
I get
so
that.
when it's
It's
so
it's not it's
when
not
it's
telling
about
everybody
us,
to do what we
yeah,
doing. You
for
do what
us,
you do.
right,
It's not you do what you do.
right, yeah, this is how we're setting up our, as far as polygamy, because there's no rules
But I'm
in
going
that
back to
aspect.
the sleeping arrangements.
Yes, and I'm not
Like,
finished.
babe.
I'm
All
not
right, go
finished.
ahead. Go ahead. Go
Okay,
ahead.
thank you. So it should be discussed. It should be discussed how the sleeping arrangement should be. I don't want to sit here and say today that we all going to sleep together all the time, or we're not. I think it's something that it should be discussed amongst the person that when we get here, because I'm not trying to set a rule or standard on this particularly now, because it may not fit the situation. It may
I
not
get
fit that
that.
situation.
I get that. I
So
think. Go
even
ahead.
like even a move now, I don't now I'm definitely, well, my stand on moving in with somebody. That's a
Oh,
absolutely
we're not moving in with none of
that's
y'all.
a
I don't care if y'all got
absolutely
a. If I don't care if your ass got a mansion. I'm not moving in with you. You'll just
Okay,
have to
so
trust
Tanita
us.
asked that question. That's the question I'm saying. That is something that needs to be discussed.
All right.
Because
She said what?
again, she said, "Do you expect them to move in with y'all, or you're open to moving with them?"
Yeah,
I'm
that's what we was talking about.
absolutely not open
Absolutely
to
not
moving in
moving
with
in with
no one.
nobody.
I
Because we're
honestly,
not giving
I think
nobody
that
that power.
no, exactly. And I don't want them to feel like they don't have any power either. So in a situation like that, I think that we should move where we're all moving together.
Yeah,
Um,
I get that.
I think that should be a move where we're all moving together. When we get to that point, we're all going together. We're going together in a home. Not they're not coming in our home, or we're going into their home. I
Okay.
think that we should all have a home where we're coming together in that home. So,
Okay.
but yeah, that's how I feel about that.
I think personally, if we're living together with a female and we're all living in the same household, I think you should have your own room,
I
and I
agree to
think
that.
she should have her own
Yes,
room.
from my experience, I've had experience. My experience, and my experience because he was there. But my experience, there was one point where we lived in separate homes. Okay,
Yeah,
and then we also, yes, that makes sense. Make it a business decision, yes, and family investment,
I
exactly.
like it. I
Um,
like it. She
yeah,
said, "Make it
so
a business." That's
yes, yeah, because
fire.
it is
That
a
was
business. Let's
fire.
just keep it real. It is
That
a
was
business. It's
fire.
a business in a sense. It's a business in a sense.
Sounds
I mean,
fair.
we can make it all lovey dovey all we want. At the end of the day, it is. It is. I mean,
I
it is
think.
real.
I think, babe.
It
Hear
has
me
both
out.
in it.
Hear me
It
out
has
on
both
this.
in it.
Hear me out
So
on this though. Let me
so
say what I gotta say, babe.
no,
I
I'm sorry. What
think.
you about to say?
I think. I think personally, I got you on the comment, Rita. I
Yeah, I'm
think
listening.
personally, both of y'all should have your own room. I have my own room in the house. I'm always going to have my own room in the house.
No, I agree to that. I agree to that.
I'm
That's
just
what I'm saying.
keeping it
My
real. Me and
experience.
you, we live together right now. Me and you live together. I'm in my room and
I'm in
you
my
in,
room.
yeah, you in your room. It's our room. I
It's
thought it was
our
our
room.
room, but I'm in my room because my room is the studio, the office. I set up a whole living
He
situation.
sure do. He
So
don't play. He has to have that own room. But I get that. I
I gotta
understand
have
that.
my own room. So I
Yes.
respect you have your own room and she
Yes.
have her own room.
Even though we're together in a tribe, we still have our own individuality, and we need to keep that. We need to keep
Yeah,
that. Sometimes, yes, the man cave, exactly. Like we,
man cave. I gotta
and
have a man cave.
yes,
If
you
I don't
still
have a
have to
man
somehow.
cave,
You're
I'm
right. You have to
subject
have
to
your own space.
go fucking crazy.
Yes. Oh, I
I
feel
ain't
the
gonna
same
lie to
way.
you. I ain't gonna lie to you. If I don't have me a man cave,
Yes, I
read
have
this
to.
comment. Reread a
Okay,
comment
so it
real
says,
quick.
in my past plural relationship, we all loved separately with the condition of one full year together in order to start making plans of moving in one new big place together. I agree with that. I don't want to share a room with another woman, but that seems to be the only thing that new style poly people want to do. And and you know what? Honestly, that is their decision. And that's what we were speaking about. Everything, everyone's poly is different. New style, old style, however it goes, it is it's personally their decision. And that's something that needs to be discussed with the person that you're choosing to do this with. Now, if everyone wants to, everybody has to be in agreement. That's the thing. Everybody has to be in agreement with this. It can't be
Everybody has to agree.
everybody has
Can't
to
be
be in
no
agreement.
no secret
I
creeping.
personally agree with having my own space. I like to have my own space. I need to regroup. Look, I'm an empath. I need to shake it off. I need to have my own time,
It'd be
right?
different. It'd be
Regenerate.
different if the bedroom was the size of the living room.
It honestly, it still wouldn't be a difference.
It
I
probably
want my
wouldn't make
own
a
space.
difference. Yeah, you right.
Yeah,
You
I
right.
still want my
It
own
probably.
living space.
You right.
It doesn't
It
matter. It
still
doesn't
would.
matter. I
It
need my
wouldn't
own.
matter.
Yeah,
You
I
right.
need my
You
own
right.
space. I need my own space to
Can you
just
read this
be me.
comment? What did it say?
I personally don't think I could give up my security for my kids and move with someone. The trust has to be super solid for me, and it should. Tanita, you're correct. It
Oh
should
yeah,
be. I would
definitely.
never.
Yeah.
I would never ask. Yeah, I wouldn't do it either. I don't blame you. I wouldn't do it
Oh
either.
yeah.
And that's what I'm
Oh
saying. This
yeah.
is something. We're not talking about something. Once you meet somebody, then 2 weeks later, 2 months later, you say, "Hey, guess what? This is. I need to do this." Especially when you have
Nah.
responsibility of you have 2 children that you have to be looking. Of course, you don't want to
Nah.
do that, and that's why I said this has to be something that has to be discussed because at the end of the day, I think all of us, everyone, be making some type of sacrifice. It just depends on how much of a sacrifice you want and how what you want out of this relationship, or what are you trying to get out of this relationship. So I totally agree with you. If someone's son asks you to move in a month or two, or asks you to move with them a month or two, or basically just
I
meeting
got a
them, then
I got a
that's good.
question though for you, babe,
Mm-hmm.
because I think we going into this fact of us dating a woman, right?
Mm-hmm.
Dating a new woman and adding her to our family and us having a polygamous relationship. Some women, it's hard, I would say, to deal with some type of women because I would say a lot of women have become masculine. They have taken on masculine roles. Like they deal with certain things in life, so much stuff that a man has to do, and they don't know how to cut off the switch or whatever. They're in a situation where a man is in that situation, but they're in that situation, and now when they get in a relationship, they don't know how to cut off that switch of masculinity.
Okay.
Um, how do you feel about that? Talk to me about that.
Well, you're talking
Because
about the
you are a
position.
strong liberated woman
Okay, so we're
yourself,
talking
but
about positions and job place. So yeah,
all right.
my own personal experience. I worked in jobs where majority of the jobs there were men. They were men
Okay.
most of the time. And I mean, it's not to say that their wives did not have jobs. Some of them did have jobs. Others were stay-at-home mom, which is still a job, But when you are in a society where men dominates that job. I mean, I remember times I was the only female, and then the only black one, black and female, right?
Okay, black and female. So
Black
now
and
you're
female.
dealing in a
I'm
masculine
position,
world.
right? So a lot of times
And you
we
got a
have
man at home that's he's a masculine force as
okay.
well.
So let me finish. So in
All right,
that
go
in
ahead.
that dealing with a situation like that, we always feel like we have to overdo things. We have to
Okay.
overprove ourselves because as a woman, a lot of times they look at us, certain times of the month, oh, we too emotional. Or she must be going through on her period, or she's having some personal issues. So we always have to overcompensate for that a lot of times in jobs, which we have to. And honestly, we're working. We're basically in a masculine position at that time, and sometimes it's hard to cut that off. It's hard. It's hard to cut it off in any
What do you
position where
mean by that? What do you
well, in
mean?
any
But
position,
it's hard to cut it off.
it's hard to cut that off. It's hard to then it can be hard for women at times to when they have to portray that at work and then come home and then submit. It can be hard for some women to turn that off. It can be hard for us. So and also when we're not only just that, it's not even just that. It's a lot of women are in survival mode. They are in survival mode. Let's just be honest. So they're in survival mode, and it don't cut off at times. It's still there. So when they are home and they need to be more feminine, is what you're speaking of. It's hard to turn that off at times. So it happens. It happens. It happens a lot. It happens a lot, and a lot of times, I mean, in my own experience, like I said, I was in positions where, I had to, I was reporting to men. I had to dominion over a lot of men I had to deal with, not just men, just people, period, in my positions. And, to come home and then try to be a little soft when all day I spent 9-10 hours
And
being
your
this.
man ain't hearing that. Like, I'm not the dudes at work. You're not gonna talk to me
Yeah,
like the dudes
that's
at
what,
work. Basically.
it's so funny because I remember before I was even in positions when I would speak to people, they were like, are you management? I'm like, no. They're like, well, you speak like one.
Hey yo, hey babe, it comes even harder. It's even harder if you making more money than the man as well, because
Yeah.
if you making more money than the man, now you feel as though you're in a masculine role. You're a boss over men. You dealing with a masculine mentality of how you have to approach, society. Now you come home to your man. You make more money than your man. What happens then?
I can't speak for everyone.
I'm not saying you can't speak for everybody, but
I can't speak. I can speak for me as a woman. Yeah, I can speak for me as a woman. As a woman, in today's society, I just think that honestly, we do as women and men, we love differently. It doesn't. It's one better or worse. I think women love men different than men love women. That's just my outtake on that. So when you're in the position where when you're in a position where you're making more money, me personally, I don't, me personally, again, I speak for me because not every woman feels this way. That's not something that, when I think of my man providing, I'm not thinking of the fact that I make more money than him. Providing is a lot more than just somebody bringing in a check.
Okay.
So maybe I do make more money than him. Okay. Maybe financially I have more money than him, but he's guiding me. He's teaching me, so that alone to me is more of a value than me making more money than him. It doesn't make him a less of a man because I make more money than him.
That's deep.
You understand what I'm saying?
So you mean that he has more value than financial obligation?
Exactly.
He has more monetary substance than money.
The world wants you to think that if the world wants you to think because I hear it all the time. I think the world wants you to think that because whoever makes the bigger check, whoever got the biggest dick, excuse my language. I'm like whoever makes the biggest check, so and it and then even some men, let's be honest, some men feel a certain way about it themselves if their woman makes more money than them, but it's not about the money. It's not about money. It's the value that the man brings into your home. That
the
is
value that a man brings in your home. I like it. I like where we're going with this. Can you read this comment real quick? It's kind of
when a pure relationship.
Go ahead.
Yeah, one should not think of what you give up. I think that should be what you gain. Plural relationships are something like a business where there's no negotiation. For example, I am a single mom. I'm willing to give up 2-bedroom apartment with my daughters to be in a different house for babysitting, to do a one big multiple parent home for multiples to get a second bonus mom. Then maybe, yes, I agree with that. I agree. I
Yo,
agree with you, Rita. But she's basically
you know,
saying that you don't think about what you're giving up. You're giving up what you're gaining. And she's saying you're giving up. Yeah, you might be giving up a 2-bedroom apartment, but you're going into a bigger house where there's going to be 2 moms. And we spoke about that having two
come
moms
on.
there. And
Fault. That was a bomb.
that's
That was a
exactly.
bomb. Go ahead.
Yes, so I totally agree with that. Or multi-parent home. That's exactly. I totally agree with that. And the here dropping bombs tonight. Thank you. Yeah, I totally agree with Rita with that one. Exactly. It's not so much about what you're going to have to give up, but what you are gaining. You're so right on that. I love how you wrote that, Rita. I love how you wrote that. Ashe.
That's what's up, man.
Mm-hmm.
That's good. You know, I look at it as a support system, to be honest. I think I'm not in it for sex. Me, I didn't say why I was in it, but I'm gonna say a little bit why I'm in this polygamy situation. I'm not in it for sex. You know, sex is easy. Companionship isn't. You know, the right companionship it doesn't. It's not easy to come by as well. You know, so I think, you know, having a relationship with somebody and, you know, dealing with anyone that's in your life, the camaraderie and what you offer each other is you know, is priceless. Let me read this comment.
So Tanita wrote. So you take on saying a man in a polygamous relationship. I'm sorry. So what your take on saying a man in a polygamous should be able to provide for both women? I hear this all the time. Yes, he should be provide. But what we speaking on provide? What are we talking about? Most people when they hear the word provide, they're talking about
Provide.
financially. That's the first thing they're thinking about. Is, oh, if I'm allowing him to have, and I look at the saying aloud so much because
That's like having a prostitute, though. If you
no.
saying,
Hold on.
hold
No, it's
up.
not like having a prostitute.
I'm
What
not.
she's saying is
I'm
no. What she's saying is what most
if
of
I'm
a lot of people
if I'm
thinking.
paying for two women, if I'm just paying for two women,
No, but this is what she's saying is that she hear it all the time that it should be able to provide. Now, provide what?
okay,
So that's a difference. So Western world thinks that providing means that they have to financially be able to afford to have two women, right?
right.
That is what she's speaking about. And you know
But
what?
I think financially, you do got to be
You
able
know,
to have
no,
to be
but
able to
yeah,
have more than
yes,
one woman. You got to be able to
but
financially
yeah, you
support
should
the
be
idea.
providing, of
You can't
course,
be broke. You can't be
but
broke.
but but in certain situations there are polygamous relationships where neither one of the women works. They're put up in two different homes or in the same home, and they just living a life, and the man is providing everything, financially. And I'm not against that either. That again, that is what should be spoke about. Again, if that's something that you're looking for in polygamous, then that's what you're going for. That's what you're aiming for. I'm not mad at you about that. However, again, like I said, all these things are based off. So if you're talking to a couple that's already together, right? That's and you're aware that this man works a job, and he works a job, a 9 to 5 like everybody else, and she's working a 9 to 5, and you are talking to them. That's going to tell you right in there that he's most likely not going to be able to pay all your bills. He's not going to be able to pay all your bills. Now, at that point, if that's something that you want, you might want to look elsewhere. Just adjust of it. But it's okay. I'm not mad at a woman that's just what she wants. If she feels like this is the type of polygamous relationship that I want to be in, look, I'm not here to judge that,
Yeah,
but it has to be again. And this is the question.
It's whatever you want for you, because
right.
I think personally, I think personally we should build what we want together. Like if I build what I have, it's mine, so I have all rights over it. If we build it together, it's ours.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
That's correct.
It's ours if we build it together.
That's correct. That's correct.
If I sit here and take care of you and I'm providing everything for you, then you become mine. You become a product that I pay for.
A possession.
That I can replace a possession. Because I can go buy something else or get somebody else to play that position.
But you know what, babe? And some women are okay with that. They're okay with that.
That's if you okay with it, I'm not knocking you.
Right.
That's the funny thing is I'm not knocking anybody that want to do anything that they want to do with their life. Right. But I'm putting it out there just for us.
Mm-hmm.
And this, I feel as though like we all should be building this thing together so we can call it ours, so we can feel as though we have an investment in it. And
Investment
it's
in it,
not
yes.
investment, it's not just your money, because
No.
most of the time when you have an entrepreneur, anybody, a sole proprietor, anybody building any business by themselves, most of the thing that they put in it is their time.
Time, yes.
They don't
Yes.
invest
Ashe.
money. They don't invest
Their
more money than
time.
they invest time.
Their time. You can't get that time back.
You can't get that freaking time back at all. So like, if we trying to build something together, if we building this together, we invest in our time, our devotion in it. We investing in the things that we feel like that's prosperous, that's going to make this work. Because I feel as though in any type of relationship, whether monogamous or polygamous, it must complement each other. We must complement each other on all waves. All right? Meaning, where you weak, I'm strong. Where you strong, where you strong, if it's my weakness, you can be my strength. And I feel as though we should be able to lean on each other and be able to push each other through any situation. And if you have more than one person, then hell, you got more guns for the war at hand. You got more bullets to shoot at the enemies that are against you. You know what I'm saying? And both, if all of y'all are on the same time, then how can you fail?
Yes.
How can you fail at all?
And I like how you said that all of us must be on the same time, because there's times that in polygamous relationships is that sometimes the woman that is coming in may feel that she's coming in because they're lacking something. That they're lacking something in that relationship.
I'm gonna say this. Let me put this out here. We're not lacking shit. Like I'm totally happy.
Yeah,
I smack her booty every time she walk past me. She don't even have to be looking right, and I'm smacking her booty. I'm totally happy. She's totally happy. We're good. All right. Just keep it real.
Yes, and that's what I'm talking about. So sometimes people, and I don't want to say people because I'm going to say women, because I've only been in a polygamous relationship with women, and you. So it's honestly, sometimes people feel like they're there because there was a problem or something in that particular relationship, and they're not there for the right reasons. And that's my whole point. They're not there for the right reasons. That is why you have to do that time and spend that time talking with that person and seeing where they, especially if they've never been in one before and it's new to them, seeing where they are, where their head, where their spirit is at, where their heart is at in this. Because this is not something monogamous, is you and that person. But when it's three, you're not just thinking about that one particular person. Now you have the other person that you have thoughts on as well. It's more than one. So it's double time, and that's something that you have to think about. It's all, you see all these little TikToks and they partying and the women hugged up on each other, and that's all great because that's a part of polygamy too. Like, we've had some great times together with our mates, not gonna lie, some great times together. But just like any relationship, there are going to be some times of challenges as well. There are going to be times of challenges.
That's correct.
And in those times of challenges is the times where that's the time that you really going to have to know if this really there to something that's really for you. Because again, if you have not worked on yourself, that shadow work is not a game. If you have not worked on yourself, if you have not done that work on yourself, believe me, polygamy going to pull it out. Sorry, guys, but it is.
Hold up. Let's salute.
I don't get my water on right now.
Man, get your water out. Anybody, put it up. Let's salute this. Let's salute. Wherever you at, we gave Ashe this moment.
Let me tell you, like,
we gave Ashe this moment for all the Messiah Code All-Stars, man. Yo, come on.
Guys, let me tell you.
Babe, hold on. Get your water. Salute this shit.
Hold on. Let me go get my water.
Look at her. I'm going to flirt with her. She looking like a whole gazelle.
Oh, hi.
I said I'm going to eat her ass up like a lion. I was talking my smack, wasn't I? Yo, this is a fun conversation. I'm going to tell you because it's kind of... All right, now let's salute. Let's salute this shit. Come on. Salute.
Yes.
One more.
Polygamy.
One more.
Let's
One
go.
more salute.
Let me just say this: all who believes that if I just do this, or maybe I'll do that. She does that, so maybe if I do that, he won't need her or he won't want her anymore. That's not polygamy. That's not how that works. Just so you know, that's not how that works. That's not how that works.
I'm gonna tell you this for real. I like. What about this?
Okay.
You know, I'm asking all the dangerous.
Are you asking me the question? I'm just asking you some. Hold up. Go ahead.
Don't put me on the spot.
I know you put me on the spot. Look, this was not rehearsed. None of this was rehearsed.
This is not rehearsed. She did not know I was going to get on this shit. No, I didn't. I just did it just to spark conversation.
All right. Go ahead.
All right, babe. So, now, we talked about polygamy. We talked about the idea of having someone new in our relationship. Mm-hmm. Now, at what point do you think a person would earn your trust? At what point? And then at what point would you expect a person to be able to trust you, and what kind of what offering could you offer to a person to say, yo, you should trust me? And trusting a person is not just trusting them about infidelity. Trusting a person is trusting in them.
I don't think there's anything I can or cannot do. Honestly, that's within that person. To me, that is that person's what they got going on with trust, period.
All right, so it's two parts to the question. Remember that. It was what it was basically what at what point can a person earn your trust?
Yes.
We're about to engage in dating, far as polygamy, right?
Right.
And at what point you would say that I trust this person, and what could you offer to a person to say it's good to trust me? Okay, that was the question.
Okay, so the first part, two part of the first question is that I cannot give an answer to that. Okay. That's something within that particular person would have to say.
It's no time. It's no time when you would say time. It's not 3 months. I'll trust you in 3 months. Mm-mm.
There's no time.
So you can trust a person within a week? Can you trust a person within a week?
I didn't say that either. What I'm saying is that there is no time, meaning that is something within yourself, within your spirit. There's something within yourself that you'll be able to answer with because we all know that we feel energy, right? So if something is off, something off. Now that's something off. Honestly, could be something within you. Could be a reflection of you. So let's just keep that real. Okay. But again, I can't answer that. But when it comes to the second part of the question, my genuinity, my honesty, my love, my time. These are things that I can offer someone in order to, and it is not a form. I'm not doing this just to get someone's trust from them. Okay. It's who I am. I'm offering myself. So that right there.
That's the second part to the question.
That's the second part, yeah.
What you can say that a person can trust you.
I'm not trying to be manipulative. I'm not trying to make you trust me. I'm not trying to force you to trust me. I'm giving you my genuity. I'm giving you my honesty. I'm giving you myself. I'm giving you my love.
So you're not that type of shady person. You're not that shady person like a person like, yo, I'm saying like, how a person,
Yeah, I don't perceive myself as a shady person.
I don't think you're shady as well. I think I have seen you pay back your enemies.
Yeah.
If you owe your enemy some money, I've seen you pay back your enemy.
I will not be enslaved.
Just so your enemy won't have that over you. I see that you have honor. I really see that about you. I would think, far as with me, I'll give you an example. I'll give you a couple examples of my trust situation. One of my children's mothers, right? Nina. Me and her had 7 children, right? Mm-hmm. Me and Nina. Me and her was together for 10 years. Nina, okay? And all my children that y'all be seeing in them pictures that's grown right now, most of them came from Nina. All right? I'm just saying. Don't you know Nina was a one night stand?
Yeah, I know that.
I told you that
I
before,
know
but
that.
me and
Yeah.
her, she knows that she was a one night stand though. Like, I got her phone number, and 3 months later she called me. I'm like, yo, blah 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 blah. I talked to her for 3 days. I told her come over to crib, and she came over to crib. You know what it do. I did what it do. I ain't gonna brag on my man's, but you know, I laid it down,
Oh
and
my.
next thing you know, we was together for 10 years. And we had 7 children together.
That happens.
And I'm going to say this. Something in me told me to trust her. And I'm going to keep it real. She's my best baby mom yet. Out of all of them that I had children by, she was the best one that treated me fairly. I'm going to say that. Not best like, oh, she looks the best or that's the best. No, that does not, whatever. She treated me fairly. I never had to go to court or never had to go worry about seeing my children. You know what I mean? It was no weird stuff like that. But it was something in me to trust her. And
And
she
that's what
was
we
always
right.
for me. Keep it real. Even, you saw her at the barbecue. Me and her haven't been together over 20 years. And I made an announcement that I'm having a barbecue and I want everybody to show up.
Okay.
And she showed up for 5 minutes just to say she approved and came by and gave me a hug. You know what I'm saying? But something told me to
That's
trust
right.
in that woman, yo. But it's a deep feeling that tells a person not to trust a person as well. And I think that sometimes we don't listen to that feeling that's inside us that tell us, yo, something ain't right. Something is just ain't right. And just because I'm not in a relationship with her now, that was just a period of my life. We grown through that, and we grown. Let me keep it real. And that represented a period of my life. It wasn't meant for me to be with her forever. It was meant for me to be with her for a certain period so I can grow into the man I am now. You know what I'm saying? Or she have some parts in that. She have an episode or a chapter in my grand book.
And you and
You know
hers
what
as
I'm saying?
well. She speaks
Yeah,
about it.
yeah. Vice
She speaks about
versa.
it. She speaks about it. Yeah.
Yeah, but I think it's something inside of us that make us trust a person. And me, the only way I can tell a person to trust me is, man, I give it all that I got. I give this relationship all I got. I give you all I got. And just like how they said how a shepherd would leave the whole flock for that one, just to
Yeah.
bring that one back. I feel as though I'm that way with the person that I love, because if I leave the flock, that means I'll gear myself towards you. For your particular way, I have to, identify myself with you. I individually, I'll do it like that, and I'll leave the whole flock behind for you on that. All right, but I
Wow.
feel as though the way I can extend my heart for a woman to trust me, truly, is by being open, honest, and just showing her that I'm willing to give her everything that I have. I'm willing to give her 1,000% to make this work. All right, and hopefully she can be watching me. I'm thinking like a woman is not just watching me, just looking at me and my appearance, but she's watching what I'm doing. And she sees the things that I do, that I don't try to seek for glory. I don't look for glory, but she seek that I look to win her heart. All right, and I would hope that a woman would see that, and that's how I would see that. That's what, far as a person trusting me, I will hope that I can open their eyes up for them to be able to see that. And far as me trusting the person, I would have to go with the voice, because at times time doesn't matter, because somebody can come in your life that's new, and somebody been in your life that was old and they wasn't good for you.
Ashe.
Am I right?
That's correct.
Am I right?
Yes, you
And
are right.
this new person in your life can be the person that puts you on the right track. And I'm not saying that about us, because we good. We totally good. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But far as trust, that's all I want to do is trust the person. Let me keep it real. When it comes to bringing a person in our relationship, because I love you and I know what's going on with you. I don't gotta worry about you. If I argue with you, I'm gonna keep it real, y'all. If I argue with Thea, me and Thea is not all good at times. Me and Thea don't be laughing and busting it up all the time. At times, me and Thea be going head to head. But you know what? We know when to quit our argument now. We know when to stop it. And we might say things that's whatever, but we know not to go too far, because you may say things that's hard to take back.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's not the sense that you really felt that way. I don't think that you really felt that way. Like sometimes I might say, "You bitch," or something like that. I'm just keep it real. I don't think it's really that you feel that way, but I think that it's a spirit on you that you need to get out of you. The whole point is that don't let that spirit return back. If you let it out of you, if you get it out, don't let it return. You know what I'm saying? But yeah.
And I wanted to make a point on when you speak about the trust. So the trust.
Go ahead.
So the thing is that I'm female. So a lot of times women are taught not to trust other females. So it's a difference. It's a difference than with a male. Most times that trusting male depends on previous relationships and daddy issues. Okay, so those things are a little bit different. When it comes to female, me as a woman, a lot of women are competitive towards each other. And they were taught not to trust another female. So it's a different sense when you come into a relationship where it's going to be two females, and that two females have to at least be kind to each other. Kind to each other. And again, this is depending on what kind of polygamy that you're about. Okay, everybody's polygamy is not the same. So it's a little different with that. And so gaining the trust of another woman, it's different. It's different. So when I speak on me talking with this woman, and it, and her being honest and open with it takes time for it. It takes time, especially with women. A bit more time, honestly, than it might take with a man, for her to trust, or the opposite. It could be less time, depending again on what she has going on in her life with men previously. But it's a different relationship. Our wife, our co-wife, second wife, not sure what we calling it these days. It's the relationship that I would love to have with her. It has to be trust. However, with that trust, I want us to be able to bond. We have to bond, because one thing that I learned in polygamy is it's hard for if the women are not getting along. And I'm not talking about sexually. I'm just talking about women getting along, period. It causes problems. The polygamous relationship is most likely not going to work, because it's going to be chaos. It's going to be chaos. It's going to be competition. It's going to be stress, especially on the man, and on those two as well. And at some point, it most likely it's not going to work. So building a relationship, a bond with a woman is just a little bit different than, you talk about giving her your all and things like that. Well, it's just, it's just a little different. That's why I said I can't answer that first question. That first question is based off her, her reaction to me. And that's why, as a woman coming into polygamy, you have to kind of know yourself. There are some women that, that come into polygamy and what they really want, they just want to be loved. They just want to be loved. And it depends on what they perceive love to be, So, and if, because love to them could be, especially could be something different from me, and so me working with her and talking with her and building the bond. And I think a lot of times with the women, how it goes, I think a lot of times with the women, from my experience in polygamy, is that we begin to work together. We start doing things together. We start talking. We've been honest with each other. We're building together. We're building things together. We're raising our children together. these different things, because it may not be love right away. It may not, it might just be an attraction if you go that way in polygamy. But it could be, or it just could be that you're doing it because you also just want to be with a man, so you're accepting her in that position. But it has to be where we are together and we're building together, because again, it's just a little different. It's a different type of trust when you're dealing with women. So, but no, I what you said was really great, especially from a man's perspective. And I think this conversation is great. Like, guys, I'm probably about a couple of years into a polygamous relationship, and like I said, we've had some great times together. No matter what, I enjoyed my times with the queens that we had. I enjoyed their time. There were times we had some great times, and I learned from them. They taught me, they showed me, even me sometimes, some things that I needed to work on with myself, as well as what I looked for in a mate when it comes to another wife. And so I don't have no hate towards neither one of them. It's all love.
Let me ask you one more question. Ask you one more question before we go out. All right. Being though, we had a couple failed relationships, and I'm gonna say, I don't think the foundation was right for those relationships. I don't think. I think we figured out a different approach, more or less. Do you think that me and you are in a better place now than what we was in our previous relationships?
Yeah.
I'm just saying, me and you.
Yes. Of course.
All right. That was a short answer.
The female has to know herself and be real. Yes, she has to be real with herself. Someone said the female has to know herself and be real about the situation. That's absolutely. She has to know, and you have to be honest. If it's not if you got into and you realize, like, hey, whoa, this is not what I thought it was going to be.
I think that's what happened with our last relationship. I'm gonna keep it real, y'all.
It's like you have to be honest with yourself. You know what? This is something I tried. I thought I might like it. I thought it was something I
and then it was not.
It's not it. But you got to be, and that's why what Oshun said is true. Like, it's cool. You have to start out as friends because you want to get to know this person. You want to get to, you want to know, you want to get to know this person on a friendship level, especially when it comes to the female. You want to get to know her on that particular level because you get to understand where she's coming from. So, definitely it's you have to know yourself. Like I said, all these little TikToks and you see the women and the man, they partying and da-da-da-da-da. And they've been together maybe 10 years and things like that. But you got to hear their story. And it wasn't always, it wasn't always
all good.
Because it's not. Because another thing, ladies, and if you have any men in on this conversation, is that you're looking for your place. You understand? You're looking for your place. Your position in the relationship. Okay. So the man knows his position because he is one, especially in polygamy. Okay. Now we talking. You talking about?
Now we talking. This is on fire. What do you mean? Know your place? So the man knows his place. All right.
He knows his place because he should. If he's in a polygamous relationship, he should know his place. He's the man, right? But then there's two. It's two women, and a lot of times when that happens, they're always looking for where do I fit in? What do I fit in this situation? And that happens a lot. It happens, especially when there is someone has never experienced polygamy and this is their first time. They get into the situations where, okay, great, they look great, they look like they're having fun, but where do I fit in? Like, where, what am I bringing here? And I'm not gonna say table because I ain't into that stuff. But they feel like they have to find their place, and you do. You do, but you also have to understand. You also have to understand that we chose each other. I'm gonna say we chose us when we chose you, but we chose each other for a reason, and that was for who you are. And that's and over time with any relationship, things evolve. After a couple of years, you go through a season, you change.
I would think. Go ahead, finish your thought. Go ahead.
Yeah,
I didn't mean to cut your wisdom. Go ahead.
Okay. So I got distracted by Rita's question, but what I was saying is that you know, because it's two of you, sometimes they feel like they trying to find where they fit in at, and so that brings out certain insecurities in could bring up potential insecurities in the relationship. So
So is it the man's place to tell each one of them where they fit in, or is it something that they should know based upon the rhythm of how the relationship is going?
well, I think that it just should be communicated. Like if you're feeling a certain, if
Okay.
you're feeling like you don't fit in or you trying to find your place, I think that's just a part of communicating with. I'm not here to say to the woman, okay, this is your part, this is what you do, this is your position in this relationship. Not in that aspect.
Okay. It doesn't roll like that.
No, it's not. No, because when it's monogamous, you know, there's a man and there's a woman. But when
Okay.
it's polygamous, is there's a man and then there's multiple women. So that's what I'm talking about. Trying to find your place, because it's not one, it's two or
Okay.
three, depending on how many you got. But so that's what I talk about. I think it's something
Do
that should
you
just
think
be.
as far as this place situation, I think in a relationship, as far as polygamous, each person should have something different about them. More or less, everybody
Hold on.
should be
Let
the
me answer that
same.
question that Rita asked. Let me
All
answer
right,
that
all right,
question.
let go,
She said, in the
go.
relationships that you have all been in, where the relationship closed or open to being able to have other partners besides you two. What's your preference with that? Okay, so in our relationship, it's spoke about at the beginning. No, it's closed.
Oh yeah,
She's
let's close. We're not
Yeah,
doing
it's
that.
closed. So
We're
that's something that's discussed at the beginning. If if that's something that you are interested in doing, then it's probably our relationship with us wouldn't be the one that you want to be in. That works for other
yeah.
people. Hats off to them.
If that
Whatever.
works for other people, we're
Yeah,
not
but
doing
not
that.
in our
We're in a
relationship.
closed
What?
relationship,
Yeah,
and
we're in a closed
we're not
relationship.
about
Mm-mm.
people engaging in sex, and then we can't keep track of what's going
Yeah,
on,
too
and
much
people walk
activity.
around and have diseases and shit, and y'all
pH balance
pop
be
up
thrown
with
off. No one wants to deal with
pH balance be throwing all
that.
fucked
No one
up.
wants to deal with all
We're
of that.
not about all that weird shit. Please,
Ain't
no.
nobody about that life. On this side again, if that's
We're
how
not about that.
that's again, if that's if that's what you into, then
Yeah, we don't hate people. I'm gonna say that we don't hate people. If you
no,
decide that's what you want to
no,
do,
that's what you want to
like
do. But
that's
again,
your
I
life.
think
We
in
don't. We
polygamous
not
and with
about
all
that.
relationships, not just polygamous guys, but just relationships period. Like these conversations need to be had before you get into somebody's bed, before you decide that you guys gonna all move together. These are things
I'm
before
gonna
you
tell
bring
you
your
this, babe.
children
I'm not
involved. These are all
sleeping with
different.
nobody. I'm not having sex with nobody that I don't know where they having sex with or who they having sex with.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
that's
keep
the
it
truth.
real.
That's the
Like
truth, and
I'm
that's
not.
the truth.
I know my babe, right? She know that I'm not fucking around.
Hmm.
You know that, right, babe?
I know
You
that.
know I'm not fucking around.
I know
All
that.
right.
I know
Now I know she's not fucking around.
that. Hmm. Yeah.
So we know what's going down in our pants. You can't have a situation where you have a bunch of people jumping in your bedroom. It's a bunch of spirits.
Too much. Too many spirits. Too
Too
many.
many
Too
spirits.
many spirits. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, we ain't
You
doing
gotta
that. And
already
then
clean
plus
yourself from
people are
your previous
dirty and
relationship.
trifling. And you never know that dude that you messing with, he could be out there tricking. And then he catch something and bring it back to all of us because we want to mess with you,
Yeah,
but you
and that's
you
true.
gonna think, oh no,
Yeah,
man, this
that's
is weird.
and Queen. Yeah, she said people think poly is about sex. No, it's way more about. No, because you can't
Poly
like
is not
you said
about
before,
sex.
you can what? How long can I mean? How much sex can you have in a day? Like, you got to work, got kids,
I'm
take
gonna
care
keep it
of.
real. You can't. How many times can I bang y'all out a week? I mean, keep it real.
What?
Let's
Well,
I
hold
don't
up.
want to say it like that.
What did you just say?
I just said something crazy.
Oh, you probably did,
Well,
because I thought my
I just
ears heard
said I
something
know,
crazy.
but how many times can I, like, for real? A man would be having sex a week, 5 times a week. That doesn't make that you trying to wear the man. You trying to kill the man. You know what I'm saying? So polygamy, I don't think it's about sex like that. I think it's more or less about camaraderie. It's about building your tribe. It's about having
Yeah.
trust, having someone to talk to. It's about establishing, a family, having a balanced family where people are guiding the children, not just you and your perspective. You know, the woman has someone to lean on.
Unity. Yes.
Unity. I mean, it's many things that I can keep on saying. I can keep on going down the list. You know what I mean? But far as monogamy, I think it's a place in the world for that. And for
Yeah.
people that are engaged in that, I salute you and I'm happy
Hmm.
for you.
Yeah. I mean, I did
But
for many
can you be
years.
happy for us? In that same sentiment, can you be
Right.
happy for us? Or you a hater? That's what you call people.
Oh yeah.
It's called
I
hater,
mean,
man.
far as my family, they know me, you know. So I'd say that with a laugh because they know I do me. So, but yeah, you know, I know there's times when I probably did lose a couple of friends because I, you know, decided that this is something that in my life, and so just to be, you know, so you
I
guys will know
lost a couple friends because I
before I
decided to be polygamous.
yeah, I like really like see before I met Lazarus, I had already put it in my like I had already manifested it. It was something that I had spoken with my family previously before I even met him that this is something that I wanted to do. I had thought about it for some years. I had, you know, I've had other partners prior, and I had asked them about it, and they were like, "Oh no, that's not. I don't want to do it." I think their fear was more in the fact that they worried about me going outside of them because they were, you know, having someone else. So, but I had spoke with them about it. No one, you know, wanted to really do it, so I kind of left it alone. It wasn't something that was, you know, people were speaking out there. Um, Right, exactly. It wasn't my friend. That's why I'm not worried. I don't even remember the names right now.
Oh,
But yeah, for real. But so I did speak with my family, you know, prior to even meeting him, and before I even knew Lazarus existed, to be honest. And I just let them know, hey, this is something, you know, that I wanted to do, something that I wanted to, and you know, we always do. I mean, I'm an Aries. I do my research. So I'm always doing my research, but your research don't, you know, it helps, but it doesn't give you that experience. So I did some research on it more and more as I had thought about it, and I was like, this is something that I want to do. I want to do. So I know sometimes you know, you hear that it's the man that wants to do it and it's their idea. Now Lazarus has always probably been in a polygamous relationship, but me, it was my first time. But it was something he didn't have to sway me to do. I wanted to. This is something I wanted to do. So yeah, and I'm for it. Like
and it
just
was
like
a match made
anything.
in heaven.
Yeah. Yes. It's for real. It's for real. Yes,
All right,
indeed.
babe. All right, let's end this. Yo, look. Yo, man, thank you for everybody that stuck around with this conversation. I think this is an interesting topic. I want to have, I'm going to have, yo, babe, we should have some fun on these polygamous conversations.
What kind of
Because I'm
fun?
going to have so many, I might have a, you know, you got clickbait. You
Oh
know how you
yeah.
got clickbait
Yeah.
titles? I'm thinking of all the clickbait titles for this polygamy situation. But
Okay.
it's an interesting subject, and
It is. And it should be talked about more.
yeah, I think it'd be better to talk about it in the open because it's like a therapy. And
Hmm.
then we, you know, people know if you fake or if you real and know what you saying is, you know what I mean, accurate.
Hmm.
You putting your business out there. So I would think, you know, we're being truthful and honest with
Yeah.
how we feel about life. We're public figures. We don't want people just talking behind our backs, saying some things, you know, that we didn't say ourselves.
I hear that.
You know what I mean?
Hmm.
So, yeah. Is there anything that you want to say before we get off? If there any comments, y'all? Y'all got any comments before we get off? Any comments? Any comments before we get off? Come on, give us a shout out on the way out, y'all. This was a good,
How did he even get into this conversation?
show. I don't know how we got into it, but it
Thank
just
you.
started smoking.
I'm trying to let it do its thing, Queen. I really am. I'm letting it do its thing. My locks are locking. You guys
She
remember when I
pop
have
locking.
no hair? Remember? You guys remember when I had no hair whatsoever? I was like, just really, I had a little short fade going on.
Yeah, she had to dye and everything.
Oh yeah, that
Yo,
was hot though,
everything
right? I
helps,
like
kings and queens. Yo, thank you.
it. Yes.
My
But
baby
no
didn't
one
have no
told me that
hair.
when you
She
lock
was
your hair,
coming
it
to my
shrinks so
barber
much.
shop.
Huh?
I said my baby didn't have no hair. You was coming to my
Oh
barber
yeah.
shop.
And Laz was hooking me up with the little designs and stuff.
I was fading her hair.
Yeah,
I
yeah, he
was
was cutting
supporting
my
her.
hair.
You can tell I love her ass because I support her ass through all her hair trials.
Look, it's so funny, but because right before then, you guys didn't know I had a Facebook page, but before then, I had long hair, like long natural hair, and then my sister decided she wanted to use me some type of hair show, and so she straightened my hair. And guys, I'm gonna get straightened hair, but for me, I don't like it. You know, I like my hair in its natural state. So she straightened it for me. I came home, washed it out. Then I got a some type of mohawk. I had her cut my hair in a mohawk. It was cute for like a week. Then I tried to shave it down one day on the sides. Thought I knew what I was doing. Bald my hair, so I just bald it, cut all my hair off. And not too long after that, I met Lazarus. But I have so much in love. If you see me in the past, I had all types of hairstyles going on in my hair. But I've also had locks before, so this is not my first set. But it was calling me. And then you know what I mean. Any ladies that got locks, it was calling me. My hair was telling me, look. Every time I would take it was locking by itself.
I don't care what y'all ladies say. Stop it. Yo, you know I love her because you know with locks you gotta hold ugly for like 3 months. You gotta hold ugly for 3 months.
People call it the ugly stage. I call it get to know yourself stage. Okay,
you
like,
know
if you're not secure about yourself and your looks and your hair is doing what it's doing, you
got a whole 3 month ugly with locks.
I don't call it that. That's what he call it. I call it getting to know yourself. I'm confident in myself. See, I don't believe in my beauty is within. I illuminate that. So rather my hair is looking like whatever.
Y'all gonna have a 3 month ugly if y'all growing these locks. Remember that. And whoever's with y'all, make sure that y'all was in a stable relationship before you start growing them locks.
If he have an issue with, if he leaves you because your hair, you want your lock, then you weren't supposed to be with him anyway, or she, in that matter. So, okay, like if they got if they got issue with you, yes, getting to know yourself. That's what I call it, getting to know yourself. Because look, we all go to that stage, unless you got the pinches on your lock, you go to that stage where you might not be comfortable. Like, dang, my hair was a certain way. Guys, I wore braids for a very long time, so I was used to my hair.
Listen. If your ass is about to just start dating a guy, don't just start to grow locks.
Exactly.
He's gonna think your ass is no.
Look,
if you about to start dating a guy, don't spontaneous decide to start growing locks.
No,
because you're going to have to deal with 3 months of ugly, and he might not judge you the same way.
No, in fact, if you start dating him when in that stage, and you might be a 5 or 6 to him, when you get past that stage, you're gonna be a 10. So he's gonna be happy. So in all honesty, date him then, because if he's taking you at that stage, then he gonna love you at the other stage, okay? So for real. If he love you in that getting to know yourself stage, I'm telling you, because you're
shout out to Rita at her job right now.
That's what she
up there. Look, Rita at work like this. Look, Rita, look, y'all. Rita at her job and shit, right? Look.
Look at you.
Rita like this.
I'm like, look. What Rita say? Yeah, you gonna prepare for other people to say, like, I don't worry about it. Look, I've been bald before. I've had locks before. I wore my hair in a natural afro. I'm not worried about what people feel, how they think about my hair. My beauty, like I said, has come from within. So if you got an issue with my head, then that's on you. That's your issue. That's not my issue. That's not my issue at all. That's how I feel about it. But for real, man, my locks were calling to be locked. Like I would take out my braids. I wouldn't even have my braids in long. It was already locked.
It's calling me. It was calling
me. Like what's that song? Yes, on
you sound like Pookie in New Jack City. It was calling me. It was calling me.
And I had to answer.
Calling me.
I had to answer. I could not deny it. I could not. It was hot in here.
Niggas get real spiritual and shit.
Yes,
Ooh,
it was
the
cold.
logs are cool.
And I don't regret it not one day. Even when I got that, like, man. Ooh, Lord,
Your
like,
ass stop lying, babe. You was regretting it when your ass had to go to work. Like, damn, I got I gotta do my hair. I gotta twist my hair up and
I didn't do that. I didn't know. I wasn't regretting I had to go to work. No, I wasn't, babe.
Nah, I'm gonna tell you this. My
when
baby,
I had my natural hair and I was trying to bring that up, I was like, Lord, I gotta trade this up before I go to work.
I'm gonna keep it real. My babe, she started going. She worked at the bank, right? She started wearing her hair wrap. I was afraid. You know, my babe was like this, y'all. She's like, I feel like a revolutionary today.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go to work with my head wrapped. I said, babe, don't do it. I'm gonna have to work all these hours because your ass gonna get fired. Why she go in the bank with her head wrapped up like, fuck this shit, fuck these niggas? When the district manager showed up, I said, God, I'm never gonna make it. I'm gonna be working all these shifts.
I purposely did it on the day that I knew he was showing up. I know my rights. I wasn't worried.
Man, y'all don't know what I'm going through with these.
I wear a bindi too. Now, you know, if you're in banking, you got to be more professional. You can't be having tattoos and all this other stuff going on. Now, granted, you know, I do cover up my tattoes. I give them that, but I wear this.
She wear the bindi and wear her hair wrap.
I wear my hair wrapped up.
When she first decided to wear her hair wrap, I swear I was going to be working 100 hours.
Nope. I said, I'm like, the worst thing they can do is tell me not to. I mean, like, what?
Yeah,
I didn't read nowhere the employee got to tell me that I could not wear it. So guess what? I wore it. I'm gonna see what they say, and then I continue to wear it. Like,
y'all niggas get brave if y'all want. Go ahead and get brave if you want. Make sure you got a letter to the district managers.
Oh yeah, I got a letter for this.
Make sure you got a letter to go to corporate as well. Don't just show up bugging out.
Oh yeah, I did that when I first got hired. I let them know I was wearing this, and so I had to go through HR. And it was like, "You're fine. Anybody bother you, let us know." So I'm good.
All right, babe. This was a good one, y'all. Thank you for y'all showing up to the Messiah's Bookshelf, hosted by the one and only Lazarus and Thea LaMelle. We have fun talking to y'all. I ain't gonna lie to y'all.
Hot in here. We got this air conditioner.
You hot.
Yeah, you see me lifting my head up. Gosh, I'm hot. So, I mean, I know we were talking about.
You don't see the sweat coming from me? I can't even cut on the fan in here. Woof.
Well, I didn't want to do it because of the noise in the broadcast, so I cut it off.
Yeah, I didn't want no noise in the broadcast neither.
Yeah, that's why I cut it off. But I think I need to cut it off.
Here. I'm sweating. I am sweating.
No, we sweating for y'all. I'm about to pass out in this. Man. So I want to know how y'all doing on this 90 day. Like, how many
niggas gave up.
Are you guys okay?
No, that's a whole other subject, babe. Niggas is crawling right now on the 90-day water cleanse. We didn't already got the update. Niggas is crawling. Day 81. Niggas fell off. Niggas getting back on tomorrow.
I don't care.
Just rock out. We fucks with y'all.
We got 9 days.
We got 9 days left. Just get your ass on the water cleanse, man.
Yes, we got 9 days.
9 days. Do these 9 days strong.
Queen. You got this.
Do these 90 days strong, and I got y'all asses on a certificate.
I'm telling you. I know, like, look.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
My palate has changed because of this.
Everything's sweet to me.
We drink smoothies, like we drink smoothies on a regular, right? We have these smoothies on a regular, but the thing is, we make them, so we're not buying them from a store. There's no preservatives and anything.
We don't make them.
I mean, we make them. We don't buy them. You know what I'm saying? Like, my palate has changed. Like, you know, before when you use sugar, you know, just like salt, if you use it so much, you need more in order to taste it, right? Well, because we don't use, like, you know, added sugar to our food and anything, I taste differently now, guys. Like, my food tastes different. I taste the food without any extras to it, or like smoothies. Now, most people add maybe a little sugar to their smoothies. We don't. We blend the fruits together with some water. He got his own little special ginger he put in there, cayenne peppers, whatever. But the thing is that we don't add sugar. And it tastes just as good. And why? Because my palate has changed. I never thought that I would be used to having a smoothie and not having a preservative in there at all. But I'm telling you, and it's a it's a lifestyle that I think even after the 90 days, I'm not going to add any preservatives to my smoothies. If I can drink it like this and enjoy it, and I really enjoy it, then why go back to that? And see, that's the thing. Every year that I do this 90-day water fast, I take something away. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not that I don't add sugar back into my diet, but I take something out. I don't add as much sugar. So every year it becomes a little bit more easier because
and
I'm not adding
better and you get
things.
stronger.
Yes, every year I'm doing something. I subtract something. So I didn't have that in my diet anyway. So it was easier this year than it was the year before. And so I'm telling you, like, I know we have this mindset, and there's nothing wrong. I'm not saying you should never have sugar ever in life again. I'm not throwing that out there because I think there's a balance to everything. You know, we are still into society where we mingle with family, we go out to drink, we have friends or whatever, and there's going to be some sugar. So you're going to mingle, and the thing's going to happen. You're going to have sugars, but the less of the sugar. You know what I'm saying? Like less every year. Yeah, strawberry. It has its own, like, if you let that strawberry sit, it's its own natural sugars. Or the banana. You know, when it's getting to that point, you don't want to eat it. That's when you put it in your smoothie. Like, oh, hell no, I don't want that. But yeah, these have their own natural sugars to it, you know? So, yeah, I'm loving it. And after this 90-day water fast, I'm not adding any more. I'm not going to add any other sweeteners to it. I'm going to take the sweeteners that was actually in it. Yeah, stevia is good too. But, yeah, I'm good on it. I'm good on it. Like, why add it back when I don't need it? You know? Why go back to it? I'm not doing that. I'm good on that. But yeah, this has been nice. It's been nice. Day 81. About to roll a couple of hours. We're gonna be rolling into day 82.
Day 82.
Yes, a couple of hours. We're gonna be rolling into day 82. Yes.
All right, babe. It was a good one.
It was.
I love y'all, man. Thank you for your time. Let me bring y'all out with a classic. I gotta bring y'all out with a classic, y'all. Before y'all go, I'm gonna bring y'all out with this one. Put all y'all comments in the comment section. Let me bring y'all out.
Okay.
All right.
I love it. Mm-hmm.
All right.
We on the live?
Yeah. Sojourner, I'm a sojourner. 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 Man, I'm just dressed in black. I'm just trying to find my map. Niggas always talking smack. Make me go and get the strap. It seems like I'm ducking clones. Niggas always in my zone. It feels like I'm not alone. I'm just trying to get these papes, so I'm out here pushing weight. In the game, it's no escape. Get your paper, get your cheese, get your dough, get your moolah, get your bread, get your cheddar, get your chicken, get your money. If you holding on the dollar, then you flip it to 100. Post up with the family, cause you get it how you want it. Sojourner, I'm a sojourner. 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 I'm a sojourner.
I love y'all. Y'all have a good night. This was a good build. Cool. Peace to the Messiah.